Yeah, you know what? It doesn't.
What does it say? Your
It doesn't.
default speaker has changed to.
Oh, that's all the stuff I gotta set. That's all the stuff that has to be set up if I set up my new what do you call it, computer. I have to fix all of this stuff that's on here.
All right, tell everybody where Teddy is right now. He's walking.
Teddy's upstairs. So Teddy's been down. I got you water, Ted. Yeah, Teddy's been down at the end of the block for the last 15 minutes in his car. I keep texting him to come in. He probably hasn't closed the door. Did you close the door upstairs, Teddy? Yes. Yeah.
Hey, Care Bear, what you doing?
Yeah, we started, just so you know. Yeah. I have no idea what Teddy's doing. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. Did you just get here?
Yeah.
So you weren't down. So you're gonna start off here. We'll just start off lying to every single person that's here.
Hold on.
You weren't down at the end of the block.
Look, I'm not answering any of these questions under the advice of counsel.
So you're like Teddy's literally his thing about going to the theater by yourself.
Yeah. You know what he's doing down at the end of the block.
Yeah.
I'm looking at my attorney. I'm like, you don't have to answer that question. I'm sorry. Under the advice of counsel, I can't answer that question.
Thanks for attending.
Yeah. Thanks for showing up.
Under the advice of counsel, I can't answer that question.
So I told Mark. I said, Mark, I came down about 5 minutes ago. I said, I'm not going to tell you what's going on. I said, just watch your phone. And then I texted Teddy. I walked out of my house, and down at the end of the block, there's Ted sitting in his car with his car running. Right. I'm sure all of my neighbors are calling.
Yeah.
Right. Because there's a weird guy. Right. There's a weird guy sitting at the end of the block. He's done it now a couple times.
I was going to put my leg out the window like this. Scratch right here.
He's still not on the show.
You know what? This whole thing, 123.
Wow.
Yeah.
Happy anniversary.
Is there a thing for 100? Just think if you got married and you think about it. I want everybody to think about this. I want to live, 200 years or whatever. If you get married at like 25 and you live to be 200, you could have 100-year anniversary, and it's got to be a bullet, right? It's got to be lead.
Yeah.
It's just got to be a bullet or like a grenade, right? where somebody walks in, they go like, "Hey, I found this grenade." You're just like, "Give that to me," and you pull a pin yourself, and you just stick it in your mouth, right?
And then you say, "Where you been all my life, big guy?"
Yeah, my grandparents celebrated 77 years.
77 years of being married.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Yeah, 77 years.
How do they talk to them? How do they talk to each other?
Well, they don't anymore. My grandfather passed away in March.
Oh, sorry to hear
There you go.
Okay, so how
And you
did
knew
they-
that, you son of a bitch.
I forgot about that. I did forget. I have trouble remembering if my folks are still alive. I mean, I'll be honest with you.
They're not.
But yeah, oh, thanks, man. You know what? You're like Dr. Death. You're really good at this. You're like the
Ted
guy.
is Dr. Death, not me.
No, you
You're
should be
getting
the
us
guy
confused.
people ask. You should be the guy people ask. It's like, oh, you know what? I forgot. Is my cousin still? Nope. Oh, okay.
Wait,
Thank you.
50-50 chance.
No,
I
that's like the celebrities that you think are still alive, but like George Burns. We know he's dead. He was like 100 when I remember when I've seen him for the first
Yeah.
time. He was already like 100 years old.
Dick Van Dyke's still alive.
Yeah, he's 98.
I get daily updates, so I got daily updates on my phone. It just pops up. Dick Van Dyke's still alive. Just tells me every
I
day.
just saw that. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, but he's who's the other guy who played Barney Fife?
Oh, yep. Don Knotts.
Knotts,
Yeah,
Don Knotts.
he's dead. And
I don't know.
remember the guy who played Mr. Roper on Three's Company? All those people are dead. I think the only person still alive is that Joyce DeWitt, who was the brunette chick from that show, Three's Company.
How
Really?
the fuck did he get on Three's Company?
No, because John Ritter's dead.
They're all
Suzanne
dead,
Summers
yes.
is dead.
They're all dead. I know. Joyce DeWitt's alive.
Mr. Roper's dead.
Thanks.
What
We're gonna
about
go
Larry?
through- yeah.
What about Larry?
You know what, Larry? Amazingly, I don't know. I have no idea. Who keeps up on that? So are we going to go through every 70s sitcom, or are you good now?
No,
You
last
got
person. Keith Richards is still alive.
That is amazing.
Let's just think about how many substances are in that man's body, and
all of them.
All of
All of them. No, you would have to imagine. You would have to imagine that Keith Richards can probably stand up in front of. I mean, he's probably one of like 1,000 people on the planet that can say, "I've taken every single drug that is humanly available to take." Where you just wouldn't die immediately.
I think I don't know. I think it's one of those things.
Like the Dean Martin thing where he wasn't really drinking, he was just drinking.
I'm sure he's done his share of drugs as a rock and roller from the 60s and whatnot, but I think that a lot of that's, I don't
What about Charlie Sheen? He's imbued in some hard
Yeah, but
substances. and
look at him. I mean, he seems off. He seems off. I mean,
Yeah.
he live streamed his what was he having, a facelift or something? Having work on his neck done. He did it all on Instagram.
he's got the turkey neck going.
yeah. But when you look at him and you hear him talk, obviously he's got some sort of damage from.
His dad looks better than him.
He does. He does.
Yeah.
He's lived a hard life.
He's still alive?
Martin Sheen.
Martin Sheen's still alive? Apocalypse Now?
Yeah.
Oh,
Is
see,
he
I thought-
really? See,
Wait, you know is Kirk Douglas still alive? He was like 100.
No, he passed.
He gone?
away.
Okay, yeah.
yeah, I have no idea.
Yeah, but they showed him on stage at the Academy Awards like 2 years ago, and he was like 108 or something like that. You know, so-
You should be happy, man. What if we live to be like a healthy 108 or 110?
Virginia McCaskey's still alive.
yeah, she's
And
100.
the bane of our existence. Every Bears fan is probably hoping it goes the other way. Well, here, so we were just talking. Mark and I were just talking, and you've lost 15 pounds in what, the last 6 months?
Yeah.
15 pounds in the last 6 months.
Well, actually, like 15 pounds in a month.
That's amazing.
It's fucking.
That is absolutely amazing. There are people that
It's
that would
not my
kill.
fault.
Well, I mean, you got sick, but you were,
Good result though. Good. I mean,
So
it's no way to
everybody-
lose 15 pounds. I mean,
so
he
it's
had
better
to go
than
through hell.
Ozempic.
Oh,
Well, that's what my doctor said. He was laughing.
wait, can I get Ozempic? Can I get Ozempic? That's prescription only, right?
Yeah, he said I
Yeah,
should
but
have
I
just.
think you can just get a prescription.
He said I should have just put you on that. That way you could just eat whatever you want to eat. That's what they do.
Actually, I'm
He
gonna
was-
ask.
He was, he was like.
I'm gonna ask for Ozempic. 'Cause
he's
I
really
always wanted a
against that.
6-pack. I always wanted a 6-pack, and I can get one. I'll just. Well, you heard the Ozempic face. I guess it's like I don't know. It's like the Botox face. Like something happens to you if you take too much Ozempic. It's like
Yeah, it makes your face look weird. I mean, is that really because is that really what you want to do? I mean, you have no idea what's going to happen in 5 years if you took Ozempic for
Yeah.
5 years
yeah,
straight.
I could destroy
Because
your
as soon
liver.
as you go off
yeah,
it,
yeah.
as soon as you go off it, you're back to being fat again.
You're not changing any diet habits.
Yeah.
Right. Well, it's like I told you when those women at work got the lap band surgery and they still had the same bad habits and they immediately got heavy again.
But you know the thing about lap band surgery, and I've known that could actually kill you. I mean, like I think there was a tragic story of a friend of the family. You know, he was like 27. He was obese. He had the gastric bypass of the lap band, and yeah, he had complications, and he passed away. He'd probably still be alive, and be heavy, but I mean, he did that, and there's nothing where they can just freeze your fat cells and then you just pee it out. It's called cool sculpting. They just put
Yeah.
like the
I saw that.
Yeah, I would do that. Cool sculpting. That seems pretty cool. Or some liposuction.
You didn't even mean to do that, and you did it. You did not mean to do that. I love that you did that.
Is Ted looking for his tip right now?
I already have it. I have some cool. I'd like to do some cool sculpting, man. Because I got a little bit of a.
All right, so I got accused. I got accused of being mean only to Donald Trump. So I want to make sure that we're mean to someone else. So I had to do this because there's another trial. Donald Trump's trial just started. Hunter Biden has a trial going on,
Right.
and I didn't really know anything about it. Have you guys read anything about this?
No. What do
Something
I
about
care?
a gun-related charge or something.
Okay,
or
so here's what
he's
he did.
convicted felon. I don't know.
So this is really weird because I actually got kind of nervous when I saw this. So this is what he's on trial for. So they're saying that he was doing drugs and he went to buy a gun, and on the form where he discloses, like you have to disclose some stuff. I don't know. I've never bought a gun. I steal my guns. But he checked the box that said he wasn't taking illegal drugs. And literally-
Everybody does.
everybody does that. Yeah,
Yeah.
nobody
There's
checks
nobody
it.
checked the box
Because if you
and
check the
said,
box, yes,
"Oh,
I am,
man."
you don't get the gun.
Yeah, you don't get the gun.
But I did read this. They said if
Well,
it was
hang on. So wait, let me finish.
Okay,
I wanna hear this.
so this is what they're saying that
He
yes, he
did.
did. He's facing 3 felony counts.
Wait,
And-
they're saying he did check the box?
no, saying he checked the box. No, I didn't take any drugs.
Okay.
Okay. They're saying he did. Okay. And if he's convicted on these 3 things, I guess I don't know what 3 things they are. He could spend 25 years in federal prison for
Yeah.
And I'm just thinking there are people that buy guns and then just murder people.
But his dad could just pardon him.
Okay. So that was the other thing, right? I immediately thought,
Well, actually,
that'd be bad.
What he
optics,
should,
but-
what
No,
he
it
should do,
wouldn't.
he should probably because the election is November 5th, and obviously there's no guarantee Joe Biden's going to be reelected. So if he was smart, he should just plead guilty, get sentenced, and then his dad can just pardon him. And what does he care? You know, so-
I guess you know what? It just
It's a
seems
good idea, Ted.
Yeah,
Why didn't I say that?
it just
you were
seems.
thinking of it.
No, but it just seems really weird that checking that box saying I'm not on drugs can get you 25
Yeah,
years.
but here's the
prison.
thing. It's the same thing as Trump. I mean, they're only saying that they're only bringing these charges against Hunter Biden because he's Hunter Biden. Just so they're drawing the parallel between him and Trump. That the only reason they're prosecuting Trump, not that he didn't do anything wrong, but the only reason they're doing it is because he's running for president. Had he not been running for president, they wouldn't have probably brought these charges. I mean, so basically he's being charged with 31 less felonies than Donald Trump, right?
Right. So now here's the really funny part about this, and this is what, because I wanted to look it up and see what actually the deal is. This is his defense. This is Hunter Biden's defense. Okay, that he wasn't on drugs. They're saying at that time, because we all know, we've all seen the pictures, right, of him with the crack pipe and whatever. But they're saying that he wasn't on drugs. He was just abusing alcohol at the time.
Okay, see, there you go.
See, and
It's good enough for me.
Okay, but is that
Well,
a defense?
That's
is
a technicality because
Right.
alcohol is a drug.
right? Is that a defense?
It's
Okay,
not a narcotic.
so can I literally say? Okay, no, officer, I was not on drugs while I was doing whatever this. I was just drunk. Is that an actual defense?
So I was just buzz driving. I wasn't drunk driving.
Yeah.
So, okay.
I just don't understand this. How is that a defense?
I don't know. I just.
Well,
Is it-
obviously he's got a high-powered attorney who's probably making $800 an hour. So obviously on the advice of counsel,
Whose best defense is, sir, my client is not a murderer. He's a kidnapper. Don't you see the difference?
they just died in the course of the transit of being kidnapped when I was taking them from point A to point B. That's not our fault. That's a transportation accident. I moved for a motion for summary judgment.
yeah.
Nice.
That was me going through a red light, not paying attention. Not because I was on drugs.
I know
'cause
there
I was drunk.
I know there was zip tied in the trunk, but they would have died even if they were in the passenger seat. So
right.
come on, let's just.
Isn't that?
Can we just skip the formalities?
It just really seems to me like somewhere in the legal system we've really messed things up, right? Like somehow your defense can't be I wasn't high, I was drunk. That can't ever be the winning.
I don't think that's their defense.
That's exactly their defense. That is exactly what they're saying. They're saying at that time he was, for that several like months or years, like whatever was happening right before he bought the gun, is that he was abusing alcohol. And that he had a substance abuse problem, but it was only alcohol, not drugs. That's
how did Kid Rock get that gun?
I think he stole it too. He bought it from.
I mean, he's taking videos of himself fucking high and drunk shooting a gun.
Kid Rock?
Yeah.
Is he a convicted felon?
What do you mean?
Maybe somebody just borrowed him a gun. Can you? I mean, can you be high and drunk and all that stuff and borrow and get it? You know, it's like if I buy the
borrow
gun,
an AR-15.
yeah, just give it to you.
Yeah.
I don't know. See, that's the thing. It's just so weird to me.
Well,
it seemed like such a weird.
I mean, but there's
concept.
plenty of people on death row who, you know, I guess in trial it came out like, you know, they committed a horrible crime, but they were high on crystal meth or did this, but they still killed, you know, people.
Not a defense.
And obviously they're on death row, so it didn't work.
Yeah.
Because being intoxicated is not a defense. You know, but this is different because he wasn't intoxicated. He's just saying that it's just a technicality. Like, so was the box? You weren't taking illegal drugs at the time, or were you taking any drugs at the time? Was that the box he checked?
You know what? I think it was illegal.
Okay,
drugs.
well there you go. Alcohol's legal, so there you go. That's why.
All right.
All right.
All right, moving on.
I hate the concept. All right. Okay. Before we get to the start and get to Teddy's tip, this is a big thing, and I did not think it was real. Okay, and I had to look this up. The Swifties are asking Taylor Swift what her stance is on Israel and Palestine. Yeah, people want to know what Taylor Swift. This blows my mind. What Taylor Swift thinks about Israel and Palestine.
Well, here's the answer. Nobody gives a shit because
Ted,
do
listen,
care,
listen
yeah.
to me. Listen to me. This is a thing.
No, I know it's a thing.
They are encouraging her to pick a side.
Right, but you know who doesn't give a shit? Israel doesn't give a shit what Taylor Swift thinks. Yeah.
Nobody
Yeah.
over there gives a shit about Taylor
In fact, it wasn't that other useless body, the ICC court, quote unquote, condemned Israel, and they ordered a quote unquote an immediate ceasefire in Gaza. And you know, Israel just said, "Yeah, who the fuck are you? You know, I mean, we're defending our country."
Oh,
right?
cursey boy!
Yeah, I'm just saying, like,
Why are you so sweary today?
Who the heck are you? I mean, obviously they just completely ignored him.
I think I already swore.
Some court that was like, you know, thousands. I think the court's like is in South Africa.
Right, but
or
why?
something,
Why
you
do
know, so.
people care if a actor or a singer? I mean, why are these people? They're clamoring for her to take a choice,
well, it's like
and that would be
anything.
the dumbest thing ever, right? If she sent a tip in,
Yeah,
if
that
she
would be
said,
terrible.
"Ted,
Yeah.
should I pick a side?"
Well, it would actually be she should not be baited into responding to that because, like I said, she's going to immediately make half the people on the other side angry, right? So it doesn't matter what she says, or you know, the best thing she could do is just not say anything, right? Just don't get political at all, you know.
I would.
Well, I agree with Ted.
Yeah.
This might sound like just ignorant on my part, but why should somebody? I mean, I'm not caring is. I mean, you could break down what it means to care about something, but why should somebody so far removed from an issue have an opinion one way or another that they would like to share with others? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, most people probably have an opinion, but why should somebody as famous as her, especially,
Right.
be forced to share that opinion?
Well, nothing good's going to
Or
come of
pick
it.
a side.
Yeah.
Basically, what they're saying is pick a
Yeah,
side.
nothing good's going to come
but
of it.
See, no,
Yeah.
nothing good can come from it. You're right.
Yeah.
But the other thing is, she's so far removed. I mean, I don't think she's from there, right?
I don't
think she has family from there, right?
I think she's as
think-
white as white can be.
I mean, what? She has no skin
Well,
in the game. I mean, I think she can appreciate the suffering and the things that are going on because it's a full-on war, right?
Yeah.
But
Well, there's the
she
answer.
needs to pick a side.
No, that's the answer. It's terrible. And
War is
you know what
hell-
I
war is
you know what
hell.
I you know what I hope? You know what I hope? That it works itself out as quickly as possible.
Yeah, war is
Yeah.
hell.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it's called, a war. So
Yeah. She's busy being a Chiefs fan anyway.
exactly. So
Oh man. Okay, so we'll get so I watched we don't have time for it, but I watched part of the Tom Brady roast.
I can't watch that.
I didn't see.
Dude,
Any, I didn't see.
and
any
I
of
will
it.
tell you this before we get going here, before I introduce anything, Nikki Glazer was so unbelievably funny.
I saw
is
her.
is she a
part.
female comedian, right? Nikki
Yeah.
Glaze?
Yeah.
I don't know who she
Yeah.
is. Yeah. So
Unbelievable.
But I thought, remember I said I thought it was like an hour long?
Yeah.
No, I think it's like 2.5 or 3 hours.
it's like,
Yeah.
it's like Dances with Wolves. It's like 3.5 hours of like
no, I
him
think
getting.
you're right. Maybe it
It
3
was
hours?
very long.
Didn't Ben Affleck like go on some type of rant or he went?
I
crazy?
only made it
Yeah,
through.
so-
I made it through. I got up to Will Ferrell, and it just wasn't funny.
Yeah.
And Kevin Hart is just not funny.
I
But
told
I will
you.
tell you right
Told
now, Jeff Ross and Nikki Glazer are so good at this.
Yeah.
They are so mean.
Well, that's why Jeff Ross is
but,
the.
but Nikki Glazer was beyond. I watched one of her specials, and it was okay. But what she did on that roast was one of the funniest things I've ever heard in my life.
So how does that work? Like he's sitting there in a tuxedo, so he's obviously the center of attention. Then all these people are like at a long table, and they're just getting up on a podium and just.
You don't know what a
It's
roast is? You've never seen a
absolutely-
roast?
No, I
Ted-
remember the Dean
Ted,
Martin roast
yes,
back
the
from
you
the
are
same
70s.
thing.
no,
Okay,
no.
yeah.
You are literally describing that setup. You're literally describing a Dean Martin roast from like 70 years ago.
Yeah, right. So how does?
It's a completely different thing.
Okay.
No, it's the same thing. They're just not sitting all behind a long table. They get
Yeah, and
celebrities go up there and bash
No,
them.
it's like is Tom Brady sitting like an elevated?
No,
like,
he's
No,
throne
he's
by
sitting right
himself?
by everybody.
Oh, just sitting by everybody.
He's
like
sitting right by
He's like in
everybody.
the audience, and they're kind of looking at him.
No, he's
and-
on the stage.
He's on the stage. Okay.
Yeah.
And so like I'm talking and like he's here.
Yes.
And I'm making fun of him like when he's right over here.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's
got it.
Yeah,
literally-
kind of like what we do on the show. You're there,
Oh,
we're here.
And we make fun of you.
Oh.
Yeah.
So I've been Tom Brady for 120
3
weeks now. Okay. So.
123 weeks. You have been actually.
And because you don't listen to the show, we actually started at 5:30.
Wow.
The first 30 minutes was all about you.
Oh my God.
yeah. I honestly,
We have a whole separate podcast, Ted.
one of these days,
It's
it
called
is.
Tedding.
Yeah, it's called the pre-show, and that's just everything we do when you're not here. I love every second of it. All right, this is the Real Three Idiots podcast, and happy National Ketchup Day.
Cats up.
Actually, it's
Catsup?
ketchup. It's ketchup. It's not catsup.
Hunts. I mean, who has the cats up?
I'm just saying today's National
is Heinz.
Ketchup Day. So, are you guys ketchup
kidding.
on your hot dog, guys?
No, I'm not a ketchup
Fuck
on the
no.
hot
Are
dog.
you,
I'm a
are you out
mustard.
of your mind? You put ketchup on a hot dog?
I put everything.
You
on
are
a hot dog.
disgusting.
I'll put ketchup.
That is fucking. You know, I actually
You
get.
make me
I-
sick.
I
Yeah.
get grossed out by seeing.
I'll put ketchup
a hot
on
dog.
You get grossed out.
I swear to God, I do, and I don't.
Do you put tomatoes?
I don't begrudge anybody for putting it on it.
You
Fine.
just called me. You just called me
Well,
gross,
you're,
and you.
you're different. You, but somebody else.
I'm
I
gross.
I
for
think
other
some hot
reasons.
dog places don't even give you ketchup because they're purists. I mean, obviously, I don't agree with
Yeah.
it, but yeah, but personally,
Well,
I'm not.
Gene and Jude's right by us.
Yeah,
right?
I'm not a ketchup hot dog fan. I'm a mustard, onions, celery salt fan. You know, anything else, sport peppers.
I
all
don't
that good
mind
stuff.
tomatoes on it, but I usually don't put tomatoes
Diced,
on it.
diced tomatoes or
Yeah,
sliced
my
tomatoes,
neighbor, my a good friend of mine, Bob, he used to golf every Sunday at Indian Boundary, and they had the hot dog stand there.
Yeah.
And they always had diced tomatoes.
Yeah, love that
And I remember
stuff.
one time they didn't have the diced tomatoes, so Bob got his hot dog. He went over to the thing and couldn't eat his hot dog without the tomatoes.
What?
He ended up eating it, but he was really pissed. He
Yeah.
talked about it for like 2 days.
Well, so when
Dude,
I,
that's all he talked about.
when I was at the golf course on the turn,
I
I
love
ended
'em.
up getting a beer brat, and I think
Oh,
I
yeah, I
just,
remember
I
that,
just
yeah.
put mustard on it. I didn't have any of the onions, but that thing was really good. You know, just once in a while, those things are
So
really good.
best brat I ever had, Milwaukee Brewers game. It's called dipped and smothered. So it's dipped in a red sauce, and then it's smothered in sauerkraut.
Ooh.
My brother-in-law and I were there, ate one, got one, started eating it, got right back in line.
Yeah.
I mean, this is when I was eating meat, but yeah, got right back in line, had another one.
Yeah.
Yes.
Brat Stop's got a good brat too.
That is a really.
I've
you know what?
had the brat stop brat. Yeah. They
Yeah.
got different. They got like 5-6 different ones. They got like a garlic brat, like a Chicago brat, a Green Bay Packer brat. Yeah. It's good
Out
stuff.
of control.
It'd be cool to have like a brat stop type place here because that's a pretty cool vibe, up there.
You can get a good brat anywhere. In
Yeah,
Chicago.
but I'm saying but the whole setup of like the brat stop.
That's a great
like,
place.
If it was like here, that would be pretty. I wouldn't mind like hanging out there.
We used to stop there after.
hanging out.
Well, I mean, not hanging
It's a
out.
bar.
Yeah.
It's a concert venue too. It's huge. You've been there. Right?
It is really
it's
big.
massive.
Yeah,
Oh, really?
it's really
Yeah.
big.
Yeah.
All right. Mark, do you have a poem for today?
Oh, is that what we're doing now?
It's time for Ted's Tips.
All right. I didn't know it was time for Ted's Tips. Usually it's sponsored. All right, here we go. Yes.
Okay. Please hit us up with.
We're not sponsored.
We are selling spots. I don't have to get any more sponsors. It's automatically done. I love it. I don't have to do any of that stuff. But we can. You know what? I'm sure that someone out there will be sponsoring Ted's Tips very soon.
All right. Ready?
No.
Well, a sort of request that comes to mind. Be kind and rewind. And now we don't fret because we got Teddy here to rep. That's T-E-D, Ted. The T stands for dynamite. He said that, and I think he's kind of right. Now stay awake and pay attention. His advice ain't free, and it's too early for bed, but it's not too late for a tip from Ted.
Wow, dude! I'm telling you, man. I am just so into this. The poetry is so much. It's kind of like you're rapping, and you're white, so you're kind of like that's as hardcore as you can get.
It's not like a prose, right?
Yeah, no. I feel like that's about as hardcore.
Ted
as
doesn't
you
like
can get.
poetry; he likes prose.
I like haiku. Haiku, man.
No way.
Origami. You're like origami.
All right.
Are you ready for your origami?
Ted, are you ready for your tip?
Yes.
What are you writing down?
The tip answer.
Why are you writing down tip answer?
A tip answer. No, you're writing your tip.
Because I'm in full panic mode. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, here we go. Ted, I messed up and I made it sound like I'm good, like I'm a good camper. This is ready? Tents, fires, and that kind of stuff. My girlfriend just told me that we are going camping for 5 days with another couple. Here's the problem. I've never camped before. Don't know how to put up a tent. I have no equipment, and to be honest, I don't really like the woods and bugs and all that crap. What am I going to do? Jason, 27, Pittsburgh, PA.
Yeah, you know what, man? I feel you because I'm the same way. I mean, so it sounds like your ass wrote a check that your mouth can't cash. Or is it the other way around? Is your mouth wrote a check that your ass can't cash? Is that how it works?
Do you use your ass to camp?
Your mouth wrote a check that your ass can't
you're writing
cash.
checks.
Oh my God.
You're writing checks your body can't cash, Maverick.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I feel you because I'm the same way. I'm actually very camping challenged. And I'll be honest with you, I'm not like a in the woods camper. When I saw the part that you're going with another couple, So I guess my question is, now see, there's camping where you're like actually like a RV campground. So you're like in a camp scenario.
Teddy, he said he doesn't. Hold on, I'm looking at this.
Yeah.
He said he doesn't know anything about tents, fires, and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming that they are tent camping,
man.
not because if he said I don't know anything, I don't know how to like open a door in an RV.
Yeah.
Yeah. I believe he's going to be outside in a tent.
Yeah. That's
you know,
real
cooking
real,
over
real,
a fire.
Yeah, real camping. Yeah. I mean, man. Other than just coming down with just rescheduling and just buying yourself time. I mean, I guess the only good news is that you got plenty of like social media. You can go to like YouTube, like how to set up a tent. I guess there's books at Home Depot, like how to camp, like survival things. Obviously how to set up tents and stuff, and just maybe just wing it. I mean, I don't know how much time you got before this trip, but like I said, if I don't think you're expected to do everything. So I guess my question: are the people you're going with, are they experienced campers? Because if like say the one guy, or as the part of the couple, like if he's like a real experienced camper, you could just kind of like fake it and just follow his lead. When he's like hammering a stake into the ground, you could just kind of just mimic his actions. Yeah, but if they're kind of
just stand behind him and do what he does.
But if they're just relying,
is this what you're saying?
But if they're just relying on you, yeah, you might be called out. Like if they say, hey, put up this tent, man. We'll get back to you. We'll see you in about 30 minutes when the tent's all set up. Yeah, you might be found out. Yeah, so I mean, maybe just do some homework and just do the bare minimum, the basics. Or like I said, just to buy yourself more time if you're going to get called out, maybe just try to reschedule and just reschedule. Just say, hey, I had a work commitment come up. I can't make this trip. Here's an alternative. Next time we go camping, I'll pay the majority, and then go to like an actual. So I've actually done this before. I've actually gone to like I was in Upper Peninsula, Michigan. And whatever that Mackinac, there's like Mackinac City when you take the ferry to Mackinac Island. So we stayed like in a campground, and like so we were actually in a cabin with a bed, electricity, and then you'd have to leave the cabin to go to like a communal bathroom, and you still had like a campground where you could light fires. So if you could somehow get to that scenario, it's perfect because that way it kind of eliminates a lot of the survivalist part of the camping trip. You don't have to set up the tent. I mean, obviously you could start a fire with propane torch or something, so you're not doing it with 2 sticks. You're not going to the deep woods. So
Ted, do you think somebody's going to start a fire with 2 sticks?
Yeah, I mean, but I'm saying
it's 2024.
Exactly. But I mean, but if you're going like deep into like the forest, the forest of Vancouver, Washington, like real camping, where you're just out there, I wouldn't do that.
Now you're getting close.
All right.
Why wouldn't you just advise him as a participant on the show to look up Jason Knight?
We had 2
He has a
shows.
great book.
That's right.
The Essential Guide of Wilderness Survival.
Yeah.
It's a book.
But
It's an easy read.
Right.
You can get through it in fucking a couple of hours.
Good tip. Good tip. Yeah.
Why are you everybody's so sweary today?
Oh, we're not supposed to swear today?
No, I don't understand why you're so sweary today. Yeah, but we've had 2 shows about wilderness survival and doing that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So first of all, I would listen to those 2 shows.
Yes. I'm trying to look up the episode.
I know,
can't
so
remember.
am I. I meant to write it down, and
But Jason Knight is awesome.
Oh, yeah.
And he actually, if you have time, go to his school in Oregon. Register for a week.
That would be
An immersion class. He does a week
So
immersion
he did an
thing.
online thing, too.
He did an
right?
online thing, too, yeah.
Yeah, so that would be a great idea, number one.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of survival-y, so it's going to be a little hardcore, but at least then you would be like, then you could throw out those words, right? You're like, I don't really know how to set up a tent. When I do it, I go ahead and I build a shelter.
Yeah, but the
and
tents
I get
now at
leaves and
Costco
stuff.
are like,
Pretty simple. You just go,
Yeah, if there's a tent you could buy where you're not like it's like almost like a pop-up tent where it's just real user friendly.
Yep.
Yeah, if you're going to buy camping equipment, like go to REI or like somewhere like Costco and just buy the most like user-friendly tent you can find. So I mean, really, the hardest part of the camping trip was just setting up the tent, right? Because once you're kind of there, once you got, I mean,
that is the easiest
what's
part.
the hardest part of the camp? I've never been
he doesn't know
living through it. Yeah.
He doesn't like it.
Yeah, well, I don't like it either. So, but I'm saying if you're doing, because let's just say you got this chick and obviously you want to, you want to get in her pants or whatever, so you have to impress her, and she's a camper. I guess you just have to gut it out, man. So it just depends how bad you want it. But here's the bad part. I guess, say this trip is successful, and then you marry this chick. Guess what? Because you just want to go camping every single year.
Well, I think the biggest problem is he kind of implied from this that he was a good camper. So when he goes out there, he's going to look stupid.
Why would you lie
About
about anything? Why would you?
Well, he's trying to impress a chick. That's why he's lying.
Yeah, but I mean, that's. I mean,
Okay, so you're dating this woman.
impress her by saying something that you're never
I
going
can
to
fly
get
a plane.
found out about.
Well, you know what?
That's
Then
too
you're
easy
on
to
a
get-
7. Yeah, then you're on a 747, and they said, "Can anybody fly a plane?" And she looks over, and she goes, "Jason, was that his name, Jason?" I was looking at that. Jason, you can fly a plane. He's just like, my arm.
I could, but I don't have my license on me.
I played.
I left my license
No,
on the plane.
it's like this. Oh, I played Division I college baseball. Hey, did you know that we have an opening on our softball team? You could be the shortstop. We need a shortstop and a cleanup hitter.
You know what? I can't. I can't today.
Yeah.
I can't today. My flarfig is gurpled. Yeah.
Ted's advice is should have been just bring a venomous snake with you. As soon as you get there,
a bushmaster snake and have it bite you.
As soon as you get there, have it bite you. Now you get to go to the hospital.
Let's not go
instead of
venomous snake.
camping.
Let's just go scorpion. Let's just go venomous scorpion.
No,
you can't have a scorpion.
What
in
are
that,
those
so.
snakes that look like a coral snake, but it's not? Like red
It's-
and yellow,
that's
kill a fellow.
It's a corn snake. Yeah.
Yes,
Get a corn snake.
and say it's a coral snake.
Yeah. And then, unless the person knows, hey, wait, red and yellow kill a fellow. That's white next to black.
Yeah.
Friend of Jack. You lied. That's a
Yeah.
corn snake.
So now he goes from lying to
Even more
faking,
Yeah.
faking
an injury.
faking a venomous snake.
So then he
Snake
gets
bite.
bit and he goes to the hospital and they bring the snake in with him and the doctor's like,
Yeah, here's
No, you know what'd be great? What if he screwed it up and he actually got bit by? He goes, "Don't worry about this." Oh, it's like, "Oh, you got bit by a snake," and he's like, "No, listen, I got to come clean." And all of a sudden, he's like, "Oh boy."
And then make sure you put the Alka-Seltzer in your mouth when you had the soda water, so when it looks like you're foaming at the mouth.
See, there you go.
When they take you away,
So
it's
just
perfect.
so we're just adding more lies. So,
Just fake a seizure.
Dude, hey, if you're gonna lie, he's a liar.
Yeah.
Right. We can.
you know what he is.
So just keep it going. I mean, that's what liars do.
Just keep on.
I'm
Just keep on.
just teasing,
Just
I'm
go.
teasing.
Go full Costanza.
Yeah.
And then when you get caught at the end, just come clean with everything. Get on your hands and knees like Jake Blues in the tunnel with Gary Fisher.
Oh,
where he said,
man.
Baby.
It wasn't my fault.
No, I would say, you know what, Jason? You know what I would say? I say, just keep it going. Just build more incredible, ridiculous lies. Keep all those ridiculous lies going, and then just each time you're doing something, if you mess it up, just be like, oh, you know what? When I was in Afghanistan building fires, we had different kind of wood. I don't even know why it is burning. I don't understand.
The easiest tip is this: right before the trip, a couple of days, just say, hey, you know what? Apologies to all. My uncle in Bulgaria needs a kidney needs a kidney transplant, and unfortunately, I'm the only donor match. So unfortunately, you know, I love camping, but I have to say I have to give my kidney. Yeah.
And then when she says, I'll go with. What okay, so
no,
you ready?
Man, no, man.
There, this how it bites you in the ass, right?
4 minute abs. 4 minute abs.
Because you're right. Let's cancel this. How about the four of us? We go to Bulgaria. Why don't we just all donate a kidney to someone? We'll leave today. She goes, I'll buy the tickets. Where in Bulgaria? And he just goes, you know, maybe we should just go camping. Maybe just
You can't go with because I'm flying. I'm flying.
I'm flying the plane.
It's a one-person plane.
I'm literally flying. I'm flying a fighter. I'm flying a World War II fighter with one seat.
And then when you come back without the kidney,
F-18.
and then when you come back without the kidney scar, like there's a missing kidney, and she says, "What happened?" You say, "You know what? Miraculously, I got there, and somebody died in a moped accident, and they were a perfect donor match for my uncle, so they didn't need me."
And then she gets to Bulgaria.
I can't believe it.
And she's looking for him in Bulgaria. And
Look.
if he says Bulgaria, I said Bolivia. Bolivia.
Jason,
What are you doing in Bulgaria?
Jason, for a fee, we can give you a string of lies that would
This is getting out of
beguile.
We already did.
That's it.
That would beguile your friends and loved ones for months.
You know
would
what?
be untraceable.
Okay, so here, I'm going to tell people right now, if you're listening, don't send me a tip. Don't send tips. I want you to request the perfect lie that Ted can tell. So instead of Ted's tips,
No, we'll give
the
alibis.
next-
We're going to give alibis. You need an alibi, yeah.
yeah. So anybody who's out there, if you,
I like that better.
I've got a
Ted
bunch
lies.
of tips.
I like
but
that
if
better.
you want to
Yeah.
sell something,
A throwing of lies.
yeah, if you want to send
There's a
something,
throwing of lies.
yeah, send something where you need the
need a
perfect
lie.
lie.
I need a lie.
And Ted will come up with the perfect lie.
So, Jason, dear uncle in Bulgaria, or we could just make it Estonia. Let's make it Czechoslovakia just to play it safe. Needs a kidney. You're the only donor match. Baby, I'm sorry,
That's
but you
the two countries that don't
but you
exist
understand
anymore, right?
Czechoslovakia exists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about
Czech
Siam?
Republic.
Yeah, we Siam and the USSR, right? It's not that.
Isn't it the Czech Republic?
He's paying for my flight
Who
there.
knows?
And then you disappear for a few weeks. You go radio silent, and then bad Wi-Fi, of course. And when you come back, she goes, "Honey, what happened with the kidney?
There's more lies.
What happened? What happened with the kidney? I noticed you don't have a kidney scar. Where there's a missing kidney." Like I said, baby, it's unbelievable. Unfortunately, there was a tragic moped accident, and the person that was an organ donor. It was a perfect match for my uncle, so therefore he didn't need me. But we enjoyed a wonderful.
I left it in the
dinner
USSR.
Yeah. Ted will literally. So this is what I want. Send it in. Ted will give you not just one, a string of lies
that could last for months,
that
possibly
can
years.
Last for the entire thing.
Maybe a whole marriage.
They will be unverifiable,
See,
lies.
and now I'm wondering. Now I'm wondering if our guest is listening to this, if she needs a lie for something, because I'm excited about this.
Oh, we could call it Ted's full of baloney.
He knows
That's-
he knows about baloney.
That actually works really, really well. I
He
love
knows
that
about
concept.
baloney.
Yeah. All right. So let's see if our guest can tell us the truth about what's going to happen at the Balogna Fest, or if she will request some lies from Ted. Our guest this week is Cheryl Wadsworth, and she is the coordinator for, and man, when I found this, I loved every second of it, the Yale Balogna Fest. Cheryl, welcome to the show.
Welcome.
Thanks so much for having me.
No worries.
Oh, so Cheryl, you unfortunately got in early enough to hear Ted's terrible tip, right? Do you condone the lying, or should our buddy Jason, our listener Jason, just come out and tell the truth and say that he doesn't like camping? What would you do?
I am a straight shooter. I never lie. I'll tell you how it is.
All right, there's no baloney about this.
Oh God, we're not doing
No
that.
baloney.
We could be.
Oh my God,
No baloney.
we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this the whole time. Go ahead, Ted.
My last thing. Okay. Jason gets caught at the end. Here's what you
my
do.
God.
Here's what you
Oh,
do.
Jesus.
You go, whatever the girlfriend's name is. Goes, honey, yes, you're right. I lied about everything, and I did it for you because I cared about you so much.
So just another lie.
It just turned me into the person I didn't even want to be.
No.
Please,
Dude,
let's
No.
just talk about this
All
over
right,
soon.
Cheryl, let's forget about lying. Let's forget about lying, and let's talk baloney. You guys have a fest coming up July 26th through the 28th, and it is all about baloney. So I got to know, how does something like this even get started? How did you guys decide to have a baloney fest?
Well, I was told that a lady of the community sat up all night with sticky notes and covered her kitchen table and said, we're going to have a festival about bologna. And that's how it started. We're at Searoy's 100th year anniversary this year, and they're the ones that make our bologna for us. And this is our 34th festival.
holy cow.
I know, isn't that cool? So the Searoy's Meat Company is 100 years old this year.
And that's in Michigan, right?
Yes.
Yale, Michigan,
Yes.
right? Okay, so that's
Yes.
pretty cool. This is your 34th Bologna Fest. How many have you personally been involved in?
3.
Okay.
Oh, so you're bringing in like fresh ideas.
I'm brand new. I'm actually an Arizonan at heart. Moved here 6 years ago, and I've been with the chamber for 3 years. So all 3 years, I've been a part of it.
Wait, so you moved from where in Arizona?
Tucson.
That's oh man, it's where you go. We go there once a year. We've been going there once a year for a long time. So
Yeah.
so what makes you move from a really fun, nice place like Tucson to Yale, Michigan? And in case people are wondering, Yale, Michigan, what are you guys, about 50 miles or so from the Canadian border?
Yeah, I mean, Port Huron's first. Yeah.
Okay, so what makes you move to Yale, Michigan?
So we bought a house in Arizona next to a couple that was the same age, and they decided to come back to Michigan with their jobs, and we followed. Everything tries to kill you in Arizona. We
Right.
thought a change of scenery would be nice.
Okay, so Yale, Michigan is much safer. There's nothing
Dude,
dangerous there.
Michigan, it's
The wildlife.
It's awesome up there.
Well, I mean, there's dangerous things here in Michigan, but besides the heat and Gila monsters and cactus and all those things in Arizona, we said, hey, let's change it up and try it, and we love it.
Nice.
Yeah, I do love that fact that Arizona, even the plants want to hurt you, right? Like if you do it wrong, if you're in Arizona and you do something wrong, you are going to pay the price,
Yeah.
right?
Mother Nature will remind you.
All right, so give us. We're looking at this thing. Give us some of the stuff that happens at a Bologna Fest. Because when I was looking at the website, and if you just type in Yale Bologna Fest, it's the first thing that pops up.
Right.
What are some of the things that you guys are doing for this Bologna Fest?
All right, so you have your traditional stuff, and then you have your non-traditional, events. So, of course, you have to have your bologna ring toss. People literally throw rings of bologna down the street to see how far they can get them, and they're given prize money based on the longest throw. Oh my goodness, we've got our outhouse races that are a tradition around here. 3 wheels, 4 people pushing, and a rider inside. You have to have a toilet seat and reading material and a helmet for the rider. So those are a lot of fun to watch.
Okay, so I did see some pictures of that, and I love the fact that you guys are having outhouse races. So how many people usually a year compete in the outhouse race?
It's different every single year, but we have all ages, from the little kids up to, adults, because they'll put the little kids inside because they're the lightest, right? As a rider. And that makes them a star.
Oh, you know what? And this is right down Main Street, right? You guys are having your races right down Main Street.
Yeah, we close down M19 for about 3 blocks, and we take over with the festival every year.
Oh man! So are people buying? So right now, are there people? If I drove down to Yale, would I see people in their backyard throwing bologna for practice? I mean, are there people that step out? This is what I'm wondering. Like, there's a bunch of people that do it, but is there a couple of guys? And it's always guys, right? Are there a couple of guys that are just like, you know what? This is my year. I got this.
I'm sure there is. We've always had just 3 different age groups, And we were approached last year to add an expert level for those older gentlemen who don't want to compete against our 18-year-olds who play football. Have an additional level there so that they don't throw something out.
I'm reading on the website. So the community is just over 2,000, and like 20,000 people come from all over the place for this, for those 2-3 days.
Yeah, we had 25,000 last year. We expect 30,000 plus this year.
Wow.
Oh man. Okay, so here, and if you're wondering how big this is, you guys have a Baloney king and queen. Is that right?
Yes, we do.
Okay, so what would I personally have to do?
There's a form.
And I know there's a form for everything. I saw
man.
the forms. But what would I personally have to do to be able to be the king of Baloney?
You have to live or work in the city of Yale or the school district, which is quite a big district, by the way. A graduate of Yale High School, a business chamber member, or be approved by the board this year. That's a new one. You can be voted on by the board.
Okay, so I could be an outsider who can be approved, and I have a chance. Okay, so listen to me. I am doing that. And I would love to be, because I've always felt like in my life I was the king of Baloney.
You had a lot of baloney back in the day, right?
Oh man, listen to me.
So you qualify.
I think if I had to guess, tens of thousands of bologna sandwiches in every way possible. I have done that. Yeah.
Have you had Searoy's bologna? Because it is not the same that you get at the store.
So
totally different.
I have not.
I haven't either.
I have not, but I did hear it's a lot more like summer sausage than it is actual bologna. Is that correct?
Yes, and they're quarter-pound slices this year. We made them a little bit thicker, so you'll have quarter pounds, and we're actually going to do a double sandwich as well this year. It's all new.
So where can you buy Searoy's bologna?
Searoy's Processing is the company that sells it, and you can actually order it, and they'll ship it to you on like a foam container and ice.
Nice.
Oh, we got to
Awesome.
try
Okay.
that.
Yeah, that's on their website. The Searoy company took over from the prior. I guess TJ Minnie sold bologna back in 1906, and now the Searoy company is.
Holy
C as in
cow.
Charlie, yeah. So
Ted has the internet.
Exactly.
Cecil Roy,
And I'm actually
Yep.
I'm actually sitting in the old Minnie's bologna shop.
Nice.
Chamber office is in that old building.
Nice.
That is
There's meat hooks in the back even.
Oh,
so. Wait a minute. So if you come from Arizona, how do you get involved in this? Do you just immediately just like, I want to be part of this? Did you participate in one and then they kind of sucked you in, or did you volunteer?
So I started off applying for the executive secretary position because they had an opening, and I loved being a secretary. So I said, "Oh, that's perfect, part-time." It was great. And then the second year it was here, they're like, "Hey, by the way, you're the new festival coordinator." Okay.
you've been promoted.
So you volunteered.
Yeah.
So that's
You've been
what
voluntold.
I've volunteered. Luckily, I've had lots of experience, plenty of events through other jobs and weddings and that sort of thing, so I can handle just about anything.
There you go.
So that's the Yale Chamber of Commerce, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
All right. So now listen. Besides a king and a queen, and this is really cool, you guys have a bologna baby. Is that correct? If between the ages of birth and 3 years old, you are going to crown a bologna baby.
Yes. Yep. We have babies that run. And then I also started a junior royalty program last year. So we have dukes and duchesses now. This is our second year going. And so we've got, elementary, junior high, and high schoolers that also participate.
Oh, man.
Is there a beer garden?
What do you ask? I'm sorry.
Is there a beer garden?
We do not have a beer tent. We are one of the only festivals in Michigan that operates without a beer tent.
So it's a dry festival?
Well, we have a tavern that you can get a drink
Okay.
at, and it's right downtown with the rest of us.
Sweet.
Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God. Because, you know what? The worst thing that could happen is I go to a bologna fest and I can't drink heavily because I feel like drinking and eating thickly sliced bologna, which, listen, even though I don't eat meat, I would do that for sure. Okay. Yeah. Oh,
I'm
absolutely.
gonna have to order that bologna. That sounds.
Well,
really good.
you got to try
yeah.
you got to try like the thing that's, if I don't eat chocolate, just because I don't, not because I'm allergic, you're going to die. If I go to a chocolate fest, I'm not going to not eat chocolate. I mean, it's that kind of fest.
Right.
Oh, all right. So, Cheryl, I got a couple of ideas that I wanted to throw out to you, and it works out perfectly. Okay, I knew you were in charge of the fest, but I have a couple of ideas because I've been to other carnivals. You guys have all been to like fests and carnivals
sure,
and that
sure.
kind of thing. Okay, so
State fairs, all
yeah,
that
state
stuff, yeah,
fairs.
right.
Okay, so do you guys have a dunking machine?
Like a dunk tank?
Right,
Yeah.
right. So instead of water, this is what I was thinking. You fill it. You have like 3 different things, or 4, and you fill it with the different condiments that people would put on their bologna. And then if you hit it, they fall into like mustard, or they fall into ketchup or mayonnaise or whatever. Do you have anything like that?
No, and that would be a lot of ketchup or a lot of sauerkraut.
Oh my God! I didn't even
That's
think
a
of
lot.
sauerkraut.
Sauerkraut, yeah.
And then you
Yeah.
have to eat your way out.
Yeah.
I love
Oh,
Oh my God. Okay, so listen, you and I, we are going to come up with some really good things right here. Okay, do you guys have an bologna toss, like an egg toss?
like go a bologna from like a tall building?
No, where you throw it back and forth and people have to separate. You know how like you have an
Oh.
egg
Like
toss?
an egg toss.
So
Like
I'm
in a
thinking
circle,
like
like in a circle? Yeah,
I'm thinking like a 20-pound hunk of bologna. And then you have to chuck it at each other, and whoever catches it and you keep backing up, right? Because I mean that would be kind of fun, right? You see people like falling all over and be hitting them and knock them out and stuff.
Yeah.
Do you guys do anything like
It's got
that?
to be slippery too.
No.
Okay.
I'm a kettlebell instructor. I don't think I could throw a 20-pound kettlebell.
I was just
at
gonna say
something,
that,
let
yeah, it's
alone
20
swing it in a
pounds.
class.
Okay, make it a 5-pounder
All right,
for
there
the
you go.
yeah.
A
Okay,
5-pound baby.
okay, all right. Do you guys have a bologna eating contest?
We don't. We were going to do a hot dog eating contest last year because it was, similar. But we don't. We do watermelon eating contest with the kids, and then this year we're going to let the adults join the fun. So
Okay, all right. And then the last one, and this I saved the best one for last. Okay, the running of the bologna. Okay, now check this one out. This is good. You get a bull, you cover it with bologna, and you release it in the main street, M19, right down in Yale, and everybody has to run away from it. Last person, most aggressive person. I don't know how you would get a winner out of that. Whoever lives through it. Running of the bologna.
Bologna. Okay.
Any of the
I don't know how we would pull that off.
wait? Are we saying? Are you saying that none of my ideas are?
No, they got this
They're
down.
all no bad baloney. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I agree. You guys already got it down. You don't need his help.
What?
No,
Oh,
they-
I
Got
thought
down to
those.
a science.
I honestly spent. Okay, so here I'll give you Jackson's idea. My son. I was telling my son last night. I was watching him play some softball. The guy hit a little rain out, and he asked, "Do the king and queen get to like make any rules or like behead anybody or like get some revenge on anybody in town if you're named king and queen? Does that happen?"
No, not at all. Our kings and queens are amazing, and they raise money to continue the festival. So we definitely wouldn't want anybody to hurt each other.
This isn't the purge. The purge where
I-
bologna's legal instead of crime's legal for 24 hours. Bologna's legal for 72 hours, right? That's the thing, right?
Bologna
Yeah.
is
A
legal.
little over 72.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, now I don't know if this is true either. I know you guys right by Canada. Do you have a lot of Canadians come over? Because is bologna? I don't know if this is true. Is bologna illegal in Canada?
I don't believe it is. I mean, I think they ship all over the world because they're world famous for their bologna.
Okay, all right. So I was not. I don't know what's illegal in Canada and what's not, but I just want to know.
Do you guys ever sneak in any poutine since Canada's right across the border? That's good stuff too. Just FYI.
If they wanted to sneak it in, they could just walk in with it.
Okay.
I mean, it's just poutine, but I've never seen anybody walking around with it, and we don't have food trucks that do it. So
Yeah, no metal detector, so they wouldn't get caught. So
All right. So I'm assuming everything is food wise is bologna related.
no. So our bologna tent is the only one that has bologna and serves bologna because that is how we fund part of the festival. So we sell the sliced bologna that they, fry or grill on flat tops. And then you've got bologna on a stick, ring bologna, and then we have sliders and sliced bologna that you can take home and cook yourself this year.
nice.
And it looks. I'm telling you, when you look at the picture
I
of
know,
a
I
big
saw the
hunk of
grill, I
fried
know.
bologna,
Good.
I
It looks
mean-
good.
dude. I remember my old man making. We get the big the tube of bologna.
Yeah.
And cut it up and fry up some bologna. Oh my God, that was just so insane.
I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna go online and buy some. I have to buy some.
I know.
so
I
can
have to
grill it.
try this.
I'm looking at the pictures of the grill and I'm like, yeah, that looks. I don't know why I never thought about doing that, but yeah.
Yeah, we got to try it. All right, so you guys, so again, I got some more ideas. Okay, obviously, what about deep fried bologna? Where you like batter it up and then stick in the deep fryer.
You could totally order some and deep fry your own. I'm sure it'd work perfect. We can't have deep fryers because we use students and sometimes for our food tent, and you have to be over 18 to be around a fryer. So we'd lose a lot of our volunteers.
But you got the bologna on a stick they're selling, so.
I like bologna on a
We
stick.
have bologna on a stick,
Yeah.
so it's on a stick.
All right.
You
So
walk around.
I got two other food ideas, and again, I just had this like if I was there, like what would I go to the meetings, right? I know you guys probably have big meetings, right? And I'd be that guy who'd come up with some ideas, the good ideas. What about bologna ice cream?
That is different. I don't know. I think it belongs on a bun versus ice cream.
Okay, I love that bologna ice cream on a bun. Yeah, you know what? I mean, you're
Oh,
only
you
making
like
it sound
bologna
better.
sandwich?
A lot of people eat ice cream on bread.
Like an ice cream sandwich?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could eat ice cream on bread, So.
Oh, you know what? All of a
Bologna-
sudden, I got
bologna
this
ice cream.
feeling that if I'm in Yale, Michigan, let's see, July 26th through the 28th, I might see some of these ideas. All right, last one: chocolate covered bologna.
You have some of the strangest ideas.
I feel like that would be a pretty cool idea. No, yeah,
I mean, baking works. I don't know if bologna would work. I'll have to ask the owners if they've ever dipped it in chocolate. She might be up for it. I'll have to ask her.
yeah, because I would think if you fried up some bologna and dipped it in chocolate, I bet it would taste great.
Actually, you know what? Inject turkey gravy into bologna. That seems like it would be good. I don't know. For some reason, that just sounds like it would taste really good. I don't know why I just thought of that.
You would ruin their
gib-
sausage,
gib-
their
gib-
bologna.
Giblet gravy into almost like a stuffing. Okay, maybe that's too much.
That is insane. All right, so you guys have a kickoff thing, and I almost forgot about this. You guys have a kickoff thing going on Father's Day weekend, where you kind of start everything that's going on with the Baloney Fest. How does what's going on for the kickoff weekend? And I think that's not this weekend. What I'm trying to get some numbers here.
The weekend of the
Next
15th.
weekend.
Yeah, next weekend. What goes on there, and how does it kind of affect the whole Baloney Fest?
So it's brand new this year. Everyone has wanted the carnivals to come back, and unfortunately, a lot of them went under with the 2-year pause that we had. And so, trying to get a carnival to come back to a small town has been difficult. And so we found Native Amusements, who's going to bring us one Father's Day weekend. So we thought, it'd be fun to kick off the summer, kick off the festival. We're going to do a kickoff dance, which we haven't had in several years for our Royals to start their fundraising. So they can sell Jello shots and bottles of water and, that sort of thing, and raffle tickets. We'll have raffle baskets and that sort of thing to start their fundraising for the season. So, and now that money goes directly to the festival that supports the community events, because we do like Christmas parades, scholarships, and then of course the festival itself.
Cool, that's a good idea.
That's cool. Yeah.
Wow, and it just seems like I'm assuming like everybody in town just loves this thing and goes crazy for it, right?
I mean, you've got your people who will leave.
What?
They don't like crowds.
Wait, hold on a
So
second.
I understand.
I
But
get
no,
that, yeah.
everybody.
Wait, hold on a second. Are you saying that during this, like the greatest time of all? I mean, I lived on bologna when I was a kid. Literally lived on it. To have a festival
Yeah.
of bologna, there are people that they just don't participate. They don't want to be part of it.
Some people don't like crowds, and we understand. And so we try to do some events separate to still involve everybody if we can, and a little bit more low key so that people can still enjoy it, no matter what level they enjoy bologna on. But yeah, we have tons of people who support us. We have, over 20 sponsors this year. So it's just incredible how the community comes together.
Well, here's my question. So, what is the population of Yale, Michigan, like normally without this fest in general?
I said
It's about
2,000.
2,000, I think.
So it goes from 2,000 to basically, 20 times the population. Like, where do these people? I mean, there are like enough hotels. Do people Airbnb their houses? Like, where do these people like stay? Because obviously, a huge exponential population growth for that 3-day period. So like
You have a lot of people who will come in. Oh, sorry.
No, so what?
You have a lot of people who come. come in for a day, or
Oh, I
they'll
see.
do like one of the days, or they'll go to Port Huron or Sandusky or Imlay City. There's lots of hotels
Okay.
like a little bit further out of us.
Gotcha.
Um, we have two very small ones, but they usually get booked by locals for
Yeah.
family
Sure, of
to
course,
come
of
in.
course.
So
Yeah. Well, it's a good way to make some money for the locals. I mean, you could Airbnb your house, or do some house hacking. I mean, even if you trust the person, have them, charge money to park in their driveway. Like, for example, like in Chicago here, you go to a Cubs game, or we went to a college football game, and people were renting out space on their front lawn in their driveway to park your car for a fee, of course, versus like a parking lot. So yeah, so it's a good way to make a little supplemental income as well.
I don't know of anybody that charges to park in their driveway. Maybe people do, but like I said, it's a community event and everybody comes together and just helps out. It's incredible. I mean, it's run on hundreds of volunteers.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And without them, we couldn't do it because, we have shifts on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday for that Baloney Festival tent, and there's 12 to 14 people who work each shift.
Yeah.
In just that part alone.
Sure.
Then you've got, your parade and all the other things on our schedule too.
Gotcha.
Oh, see, everyone loves a parade.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't love a parade. I don't understand a parade, but I saw it. You guys have a bicycle parade. Is that right?
We have a bicycle parade, we have a pet parade, and we have our big baloney parade.
Nice.
Okay.
Grand finale.
So people, people drag their pets through Main Street, right? Is that
Drag sounds like sounds like they're being forced against their will. How about they just escort their pets down Main Street?
They parade them around. They walk them nicely.
All right. So at some point, will I be subjected to clowns? Because I am not a clown guy.
All right, so we do have Roscoe the Clown. He's been with us from almost the beginning. He is absolutely incredible. He's one of the older clowns that works in Michigan, but it would not be festival without him. And so he is every year he is here. Last year I didn't put him on the schedule. I was kind of letting him do his thing and just kind of roam around, talk to the kids and, just hang out instead of making him do specific show times. And everybody freaked out and thought I didn't invite Roscoe back. I said, no, it's just where's Roscoe now? He's not on the schedule because he's older now and we want to give him breaks as he needs them. So, but then we've got two that are performers. They're not really clowns. So he's our only, but he is not scary at all. And you have to ask him for a shake.
I saw the picture. It says free shakes, right? He holds up a sign that says free shakes. I'm assuming that it's him shaking, not him giving you a milkshake.
A milkshake, exactly.
It's not a milkshake, but it's his signature move. And I tell you that the families and the kids that know Roscoe, that is the first thing that they say to him, and he lights up. It's just absolutely incredible.
I'm gonna find him on YouTube.
Roscoe the Clown.
I mean, someone's got to have some footage of this guy.
He's like I said, he's so amazing. I don't particularly like clowns either, but Roscoe was different. Like I said, it wouldn't be festival without him. If he wasn't here.
No, I get it. Okay, so here's the last thing. Yale is unofficially, and this is what I found, unofficially the baloney capital of the world. Are you guys doing anything to become the official baloney capital of the world?
I don't even know how you do that. I mean, it's CU's 100th, so I mean, it's old Hollywood this year. We're trying to do, all the glamour and glitz for them and red carpet, the whole 9 yards. So I mean, hopefully that'll give us enough, status. I guess is that what we need to be the official?
Well, you know what? No.
Capital? I don't know. I don't know how
Chamber of Commerce approval. I don't know how that works.
No. Here's what you do. Ted pretty much gave us the answer to that. Just lie and say you are the official baloney capital of the world.
That's
yeah.
it.
Just
I'm
start.
I'm not going to fact check
No,
it.
literally on all your signs, from here on out, just put official baloney capital of the world, and who is going to dispute that?
Yeah, and then fine print, unless otherwise told we're not. Just the fine print.
Yeah. In our humble opinion, in fine print. Yeah. in our humble opinion.
Yeah, I mean that's something that seems very easy to do, and then that's just something you add on there. That's got to be worth another 10,000.
Well, I like being the unofficial capital because it makes it sound kind of like under the cover of night. Like, you know what, you're missing out so much. We don't even have to be the official baloney capital. We could be the unofficial,
Yeah,
because
like
this is
unincorporated. I'm sure you got to.
because this is where you really want to be. You don't want the official because that's old school. This
Probably
is,
got to pay a fee to be official.
So Cheryl, you can be the dark web, the
dark
dark web
version
baloney capital of the world.
Nah, it's all right. Unofficial is good enough for us.
There you
We're
go.
okay.
All right.
I think we do pretty good. Going from 2,000 to 20,000 plus
Oh yeah, for sure.
a weekend.
Yeah,
So
that's amazing.
Yeah, it just
I
seems.
didn't think there was that many people. To be quite honest with you, I mean that's huge.
Well, yeah, I mean, it just seems so cool, right? That all these people are getting together, right? And you're hanging out in a small town, so it's got to just be this super fun thing, and it all centers on, a nice thick hunk of bologna that started 100 years ago.
Yeah.
I love the idea of that. It's just so wild to me. Do the people from C. Roy, are they part of, do they have some sort of honorary part of this that they kind of participate in?
this year they are our parade marshals. So Nancy and Dick Seroy will be our marshals for the parade, and they're super excited. I don't think they've gotten to do a bigger part. So we're going to try to involve the family, their daughter and granddaughters and everybody in some small way at least, because they are very special to the community.
Yeah, that is really neat. So okay, that's good. I was kind of asking that for a kind of selfish reason. I need to know who to
butter up
contact
to.
so that I can be part of this as an outsider, so I can be part of it.
Yeah, well, since you don't meet any of the qualifications, you definitely need a waiver to qualify for all this stuff.
What? I know more about baloney.
Gotta fill the form.
Unofficially, yeah.
Yeah,
Unofficially,
yeah.
so,
Yeah, I can make it official.
And that's a shame, because you would fit in perfectly, but unfortunately you're not a resident of Yale. You have no affiliation with Yale, Michigan.
Yeah, there's an exception this year.
So we need to find a workaround.
He's going to fill up the form.
Yeah, I'm gonna fill out. I want to be. I'm gonna try to be baby baloney, king baloney. I'm gonna try to be all the baloney things that exist. Yeah. All right, Cheryl. Listen, we love the concept of this, and if we get a chance, we got a full summer of kind of heading around to different things. If we get a chance, we are definitely going to try to get over to Yale and check out your fest. We'll let everybody know what's going on. Father's Day weekend is the kickoff. And then as everything gets closer, we'll kind of hit everybody up and let them know to make plans to head over to Yale.
All right.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I much appreciate it. And then, of course, we're on Facebook so they can follow along on the different schedules because, trying to go over the schedule for 3 days is crazy. There's just so much, or, even the chamber website or website and Facebook. It's posted to all three of them.
All right. And then I know you have, you said you were setting up a new website that is not ready, so I'm not going to say anything about it. But once it's done,
it's okay. I fixed it today.
Oh, did you?
There you go.
Okay. So I will
got it
send.
fixed.
Okay, cool.
I did.
Cool. I will send that out when we post the show. I will send that out so everybody knows. And make a plan. If you're gonna go and do some fun stuff. How is going July 26th to the 28th? Pick a day. Pick the whole weekend and head over to Yale, Michigan, and just enjoy baloney.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Sounds like a good time.
We even have a headlining band this year, the Family Tradition. I don't know if you guys have heard of them. They're from Clinton Township here in Michigan, and they're a country cover band. They've come out with some singles, and they're our band this year. And you don't have to pay to get in to watch them either. So they're going to play at 5 o'clock before our parade, and then after at 7. And we have a line dancing instructor too. So you have everything that you could possibly want this year.
Nice.
Oh, that sounds.
Except for bologna dipped in chocolate. I'm sorry, I don't know if I can pull that one off.
You know what? I can bring some stuff from the outside to make my kingship. Yeah, when I get crowned king, yeah, I got a lot of ideas I'm going to share with everybody. So yeah, I'm super excited about it. Oh man! All right, Cheryl, thank you so much.
Thank you, Cheryl.
Yeah, good luck with everything,
you.
and hopefully we'll see you in the summer.
Awesome, thank you very much.
All right,
Take care. Be well.
Oh man, dude, how does that not sound like?
It just looks so good.
Yeah, how does that not sound like a blast?
It sounds like fun.
It doesn't it? They have something they can do, right? You go from a small group of people to this huge group of people.
That's amazing. That's amazing that the town is basically 20 times the. That's
10 times.
Yeah, 10 times.
10,
the
15 times the population.
Yeah, it's insane. So for that 3 days, so
doesn't it seem? I love little fests. I feel like the most fun I've had when I'm if we're driving around somewhere or doing something is stopping at a place where you have no idea what's going on and you just kind of stop and you meet the coolest people, right?
Yep. It's only 5 hours and 30 minutes to Yale, Michigan, about 266 miles.
That's not bad at all. And there's a lot of golf courses on the way between Chicago and Yale, Michigan.
Yeah, it's just north. It's just north of Detroit, and it's just UP. Yep.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. No, you know what? I don't know. Is it UP because it's over to the side?
No, yeah,
it's really
side.
No, it's
not.
It's just north of Detroit.
It's not UP. Yeah, it's not UP.
Yeah.
It's just the finger. It's just the finger that's located right above Detroit. Yeah. So.
Ted, we don't need that. We don't need that kind of talk.
Near Lake Huron.
Yeah. I still think that chocolate bologna is a thing. I don't know why.
Well, I mean, chocolate on everything could be.
I mean, if you fried up a piece of bologna and dipped it in chocolate, how would that not be good? If you deep fried it, how would that not be good?
But even deep fried. So in New Jersey, they have a hot dog they call the Ripper. I guess it's called from Rutt's Hut in New Jersey. Yeah, they deep fry the hot dog until it splits, and then they just put their secret relish sauce on it. So do that with the bologna and put some it's like homemade relish sauce, like a mustard relish. Ooh,
oh man,
that would be. Since it's similar to summer sausage anyway.
Dude, my mouth is watering right now.
That would be a selling point.
Because, like I said, the description of the bologna, the Yale bologna, it's different. I think it's different than.
Well, it's a thicker bologna.
We got to order some, right?
It is like a summer sausage sort of thing.
Yeah, and to me, one of the best things I've ever had in my life is summer sausage. That is the thing I miss.
Yeah, that's great.
Like that is literally the thing that I miss the most because I don't eat meat. Is that? And I mean, I'm not saying I don't do it. I just but I would break that. Ted, what? Yeah, I would break that for sure. To have that something like that, right?
Did Ted just leave?
No. Ted was sneaking over and having a beer, which is what. Remember, this is my favorite thing. I'm not drinking. I'm just drinking beer. Yeah, that's one of my.
Speaking of beer, this is what I got to find out. Who's going to have this? PBR is turning 180 years old.
Yeah,
this year they're the third oldest brewery in America.
Do you know what the oldest one is?
Yeah, Yuengling.
Yuengling, yeah.
Yuengling and Schaefer's. Yuengling and Schaefer's are the.
So
That's
did you know about this?
yeah.
So they're coming out with a 180 pack.
180 pack.
It's 6 30 packs in one giant box.
Yeah.
How much is
$95?
That's like a keg.
$95.
Yeah. So
I gotta get one.
So I was reading about this. Here's the funny thing.
Who's going to carry it out of the store?
So they previously came up with a 99 pack, and then this is the funniest one. So they started in 1844. That's when Pabst started.
Oh, wow.
Okay. 3 years ago or 4 years ago, they came out with an 1844 pack. It was gigantic. It was just so stupid. It was just.
Yeah.
It was this.
But what if the
giant,
bottle? I mean, the bottle's got to be like. What don't they have like
the
six
cans?
No,
yeah.
they're just
Pabst has never been sold. I don't. Has Pabst?
They have bottles
Do they really?
for sure. Absolutely.
I've never seen Pabst in bottles before.
Yeah, I have.
Oh, that is so weird. But yeah,
It's mostly in taverns.
yeah. So that is their thing, and I guess I didn't realize this. Pabst doesn't advertise in any way.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I
They've
didn't actually- I didn't
no
realize that,
advertising.
yeah. Well, they don't have to.
They do like a street advertising thing.
Right, but they don't do.
They're
They
like-
don't.
but they're
there's no
iconic.
commercials.
Yeah,
You
you're
see
right.
commercials.
Yeah, not they. They haven't advertised in years.
Remember the commercials in the 80s? PB Army ASAP.
What?
That was their thing. PB Army ASAP.
I don't remember that.
Yeah,
I remember the
they
Miller
had
Lite
television
commercials.
commercials
The
on
Miller
Mark,
Lite
I was
commercials.
17 then. I didn't drink beer. Sorry, it's hard to say that without laughing. Yeah,
Yeah, well, you remember the Miller Lite commercials, like they all famous,
Rodney Dangerfield.
Yeah, I mean, but
Yeah.
those commercials go back to like the 1980s.
Bob
Bob
Uecker.
Uecker.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
All we need is one pin, Rodney.
Conrad Dobler.
Yeah. No, I thought it was pretty funny that they would come up with these giant packs of beer.
I mean, they're basically taking a box and putting 6 30 packs in it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and I just want that box. It says a 180 pack on it.
Well,
It's
plus
huge. It looks awesome.
Yeah, so it sounds like it's almost like a collector's item because I mean, it sounds like it's just like a.
Well, it's real
special
beer,
release.
so you're not going to.
No, but I'm saying
But you
like
keep that box,
Keep
yeah.
the box.
Yeah,
because,
exactly.
Because
That's why I want
that's
it.
a commemorative edition, right? So
Yeah.
it's obviously limited. It's just for
Yeah.
it commemorates their anniversary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's worth it just to get it for that.
Yeah,
Where,
I
where,
mean,
can,
and-
where can you buy that from?
I don't know. I'm going to go to Benny's
Yeah.
and ask them.
And honestly, can you have enough bad beer?
No.
PBR is good beer.
Okay.
You know who's actually
You
got
know
a good,
what? No.
You know who's got
It
a good
is.
selection
It's
of
a
beer?
very good beer.
There's that Aldi. There's an Aldi. It's right across the street from the Ridgemore Golf Course on Oak Park Avenue and Nagel. They have like a pretty extensive beer. I mean, they got beer piled up everywhere there. If you're a beer aficionado,
for all the beer heads out there.
Yeah, they got PBR for sure. I don't know if they're gonna have that, but yeah, if you're ever in that neck of the woods,
I'm sure that's very, very niche, right? I mean, you're not going to find a 188 pack.
No, it's yeah. I don't know who's
Or
gonna have it.
180 pack. Sorry, 180 pack.
Yeah, that's why I was going to go to Benny's and see who's.
Where would you even? How would you even get that in your car? Could you hold on?
No, I could get in the back of your.
Could you imagine some reckless hillbilly with like a rack on top of their car?
It's
and
not
two,
that big.
And two 180 packs
So look,
strapped onto
so you know
it.
what the a
With
30
bungee-
pack
bungee
looks
cords.
like?
It's
Yeah.
six 30 packs.
I know. So it's a 30 pack, two 30 packs side by side, stacked 3 high.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah, it's not that huge. It'll fit in your trunk. It'll
Yeah,
fit in your car.
but wouldn't it be awesome if they had it just strapped to the top of their car, or strapped it, or sticking out of their trunk or something, or just in the backs? You know what would be best? No, you ready? They get one of those, and it's sitting in between their kids. So they got one kid on each side of the door, right, in the back seat, and then the 180 pack just right in between the kids. Yeah.
priorities.
No,
The dog is a leash to the bumper.
You know what? It lasted about a mile.
There's a leash on the bumper.
Kept up for about a mile. Yep. Yeah. Did you realize that, sir? Did you realize that? All right. Here, I got to do this. You guys remember that sheriff we talked about in Indiana?
Oh yeah,
Sheriff-
I just saw that he was in a shitload of trouble.
Sheriff slapped fire chief.
Yeah.
Okay. So
He's in
That guy's younger than I thought.
Yeah, they showed him in his jail jumpsuit. Yeah, he looks.
I mean,
looks
he's
like
like in his
look
30s.
Yeah, looks 30s, but he looks like he's in a ton of trouble.
dude, he is in a huge amount of trouble. Yeah. And the beauty of it is they just added like 6 new charges to it. Yeah. Okay? And then they published all the stuff that he literally bought and then sold. So he was buying things for the city with city money,
right,
and then just selling it off. Okay? You ready? 5 lawnmowers worth $20,000. The big lawnmowers, like
the John Deere tractors,
landscaping company lawnmowers,
right? Yeah. Right, like cut golf courses and parks and stuff.
Yeah,
okay, you ready? An entire HVA system worth about $10,000. He bought it and then just sold it.
What's
That's
HVAC?
Yeah, HVAC. Yeah, HVAC. Just bought it, sold it.
Yep.
Okay. He had at one point 26 shipping containers full of shit. I want you to think about this. This is crazy amount of money. Now, this is a tiny little town. You ready? At some point, he owned and had $300,000 worth of cars.
Jesus.
So here's my biggest thing. And he finally got busted because they busted the guy.
It was inevitable he was going to get busted. I mean,
right?
No, but it's a small town, and we talked about this. It's a small county that everybody's in on it.
So right.
That could.
Well, his whole family was in on it,
right?
And then the auditor, the money guy was in on it,
right? Obviously, not the citizens,
the comptroller.
Yeah, so that's how
all
that's
the
how
checks and balances were accounted for.
Right. So that's how he got busted. Basically, the guy finally. Well, here's the thing: the auditor, the comptroller, didn't actually figure it out until several years later.
But he wasn't in on it then.
He
so
was
there,
not.
so
No,
there
he
was
was not in on it.
There was one guy who wasn't in on it,
Right?
And that was the guy.
So that's how they got him. Okay, you ready? He bought an airplane. He bought.
Was it Scottie Pippen's former
Dude,
private jet?
He bought an airplane, and then you ready for this? He spent $15,000 fixing his broke ass airplane. Can you believe that? I mean, and all of this is happening. So he's got an airplane. He's got all these cars. He's selling all this stuff. He's clearly walking around with tons of money, and nobody in town is saying anything about this.
Yeah.
Well, that was like that lady in Dixon who was the comptroller there. I think she ended up stealing like about $25 million from Dixon, Illinois. She had a horse farm.
Arabian. No, yeah. She had Arabian horses.
Yeah. She had a private estate. She's a civil servant making maybe $75,000 a year. And it's funny, she was in control, and nobody questioned her, nobody audited her. And the only reason she got busted is she went on vacation, and her replacement was just clicking on her desktop and clicked on a little icon on her desktop with all the illegal files in it and said, "What the heck is this?"
We have literally done this 3 times.
I just can't get over it.
I
think she stole like $80 million. I think it was like $80 million. I don't think it was 20. I think there's one woman.
Here, I'll go one more with this. With
one horrible woman, Mark. Just one.
Yeah, and I don't know where they get this money from. The Indiana sheriff guy, he spent with a city credit card. A city credit card. And this is impossible. He's paying his daughters, multiple daughters, tuitions at the University of Indiana
On that credit card?
$100,000. So $100,000 has been charged, okay, on this credit card.
Is there like a fee for that? Is there like a fee, like if you like
but
for example,
isn't somebody? I mean, doesn't somebody see like, hey, you know what? We got to pay our city water bill.
Yeah.
Well, we don't have it. It's
Yeah.
only $100,000. Well, that $100,000 was spent to send a couple of girls to the University of Indiana.
wow.
Go Hoosiers.
Now, here's the biggest thing, and this is the thing that, because it's a small town, we saw it was about 4,000 people,
Yeah.
right? You're stealing from all your friends.
Yeah.
The county.
Tax money.
You're
tax dollars.
stealing.
There's tax
You're
dollars, yeah.
stealing from your neighbors
Yeah. Beyond that. Yeah.
and your friends,
yeah.
and you're
Well, your former friends now.
well, yeah, but you're completely and totally okay with that. I want you to think about that. So as he's walking around. And he is just, he's middle finger and everybody. I'm guessing he's wearing nice clothes and all that stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's letting everybody know how all the trappings of wealth he has.
Right. How does nobody catch him?
Well, now he's been caught. Now he's going to get to be judged by a jury of his peers who might be his former friends and neighbors. You know, obviously, if I was an attorney, I would ask for a change of venue because he's probably not going to get a fair trial in that
Well,
little
you
county.
can't. You have to be tried there.
Well, you can ask for a change of venue if it's prejudicial. You know, and I'm assuming that since everybody knows each other, everybody around there, if I was his attorney,
There's
I would
no
at least
place
ask.
he's going to go free.
No,
There-
I mean,
listen,
yeah.
There is no place.
Is it just is he going to get 25 years or 45 years or whatever the maximum is, whatever is going to happen to him?
So it's going to be. So this again. This is the thing we brought up last time. His entire family is going to be in federal prison.
because they showed his daughter in the jumpsuit too, and she
Yeah.
with that
Daughter,
stupid look on her face,
wife.
Yeah,
Yeah, all of them are going to think about that.
Yeah.
That just again that absolutely is the funniest thing in the world. Like, oh, we're having a family reunion. What about? No, they're not. They're not coming. Yeah, they're not coming for 10 to 15 years.
Yeah.
That's horrible.
I know. It's the weirdest thing is you're stealing from your friends.
Yeah.
That's the thing that I mean, you can't have a conscience if you're doing that.
Isn't life good enough if you're the chief of police
what's the family
and fire?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I mean, at no point did
It's not enough.
obviously his wife knew about it. His kids probably knew about it.
Knew about it. They participated
Yeah,
in it.
yeah. So
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, when does it become? I mean, I always say that. Like, I know all the people that do this. You go to work one day and you steal $1. Then next, a week later you steal 20. Then you realize then 50, then 100, then 1,000, right? And it just keeps on building.
So we had a lady at our work. This happened about 5 years ago. She was let go. Nobody said why, but then we found out. So she didn't steal from the company, but what happened was, I guess either her father or mother had passed away like years prior, but she was still collecting their Social Security checks as if they were still alive. I don't know how she did it, but long story short, I think she collected like $100,000 from the state wherever she was at until she got caught. So.
I think that's a lot easier than you think.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
going on.
I don't even. Yeah, but it's funny. Like, you would think that once the death certificate's signed, that they would stop it. But obviously, there's glitches with the paperwork, and she obviously never went out of her way. So she obviously knew her mother or father was dead, and still collected. Their.
I mean, I'm pretty sure she probably knew.
Yeah. For
I mean,
for 10 years. Yeah.
Ted, I'm
We
pretty
could
sure.
assume
Yeah,
Assume,
let's
yeah.
let's assume that when she walked downstairs and her father's corpse, like after 2 or 3 years, it was still in the chair but rotting, and he never answered any questions. She probably knew he was dead.
I'm assuming it was concealment of a corpse, and because obviously, if we went to a funeral home, there'd be a death certificate that would get to the state. The state would obviously stop their Social Security benefits. But so, yeah, I'm guessing you're right. There's probably like
A hole in the ground somewhere.
I almost
mom's in a freezer.
I almost called the police today because I thought I saw a corpse.
Where?
In the, I'm not joking. Actually, it was on the way. No, it was this afternoon, not on the way here. The bus depot on Milwaukee Avenue. Like the Niles bus depots are kind of different than their traditional ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Pace bus,
Yes.
Pace bus depots, yeah.
There was a homeless guy laying face down on the concrete on the floor on the sidewalk there.
Yeah.
And I just saw a pair of shoes off the feet and face down, not moving. And I was in traffic, and I'm like, okay. And there's other people waiting for the bus to cross the street, and no one's something. All right, maybe somebody saw him move. So I was sitting there for a long time. I'm looking, this guy's not moving.
But face down.
Face down.
Yeah, that's not really sleeping.
In the concrete,
Yeah,
correct.
Yeah.
No,
not
that's
sleeping.
homeless Hank.
So
That's what we call him in Niles.
So then
We call him
when
homeless Hank.
when I was coming back about 15 minutes later, there was people waiting for the bus, but obviously they weren't waiting inside. They were waiting next to it, and they're kind of looking, and he had moved, so he wasn't dead.
So we don't have to
But
call.
he was still no.
we don't have to call anybody. Yeah. Okay. Oh wait. He's barely alive. So let's
He
just
was
leave him
still
alone.
laying on the ground, like, but he was like kind of more upright.
Yeah.
and
So
it was
nobody,
weight.
so nobody just talking about just because maybe he's in medical distress. Hey, maybe someone just called us. Since the cops will pull you over for anything, like if you have a seat, if you're not wearing your seatbelt, they're there in a second. But there's a guy who's potentially dead, and there's nobody. The cops are anywhere to be found.
Why
Don't badmouth my Niles cops.
Why do
I'm not talking about now.
why do homeless people take up like bus stop benches and those things?
Well, because it's a bench and it's covered.
Yeah, but there's you could go right around the corner and there's.
No, it's not about that.
I mean, I don't understand why that becomes.
I actually saw that in. I
don't know.
Actually, not too far from here, there was a lady, and I felt bad for her. But yeah, she was like kind of living in the bus shelter, and then I guess something happened
Well, that
where.
happened, yeah.
And then what happened was like she wasn't there, and then like the back glass window was shattered. So maybe somebody shattered it on purpose to get her out of there. I don't know, but like I said, I never saw her
But
again.
it's bizarre because you're on a main busy street. Wouldn't you want to be somewhere where no one's?
But I've seen there's actually one not too far from here. There's like it must be the same guy, but it's like he's got like a tent in there, and like it's completely
What?
It's like
A tent inside the bus
Yeah,
stop.
it's completely taken up. You can't even see him. Like he's like in there, like burrowed in there. It's just really because I've seen it in the wintertime. It's pretty sad. I'm assuming there's a person in there. But yeah, I would just think the police would just say, hey, you can't, stay here. But obviously that's not the issue. That's not the case.
I think there's a lot of rules. There's some kind of thing they're going to put together. The federal government, like one of the courts is going to put together something where they're going to have some new rules about,
I mean, yeah, you just can't.
I mean, like San
we
Francisco.
can't do whatever
live,
you
right?
want.
Well, like
You just
San-
can't
like-
live in front of somebody's
well,
house.
like San Francisco, yeah. I mean, the homeless they pitch tents like right across the street from people's house. I mean, it's like if someone pitched a tent like
No,
right
like
in your
out in
lawn-
front of your house.
in front of your house, like not
That's
on your
the way
property.
it is here on Lakeshore
Yeah.
Drive.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
There's
like
condo buildings of people living right there.
yeah, but those bridges like right under, like Lakeshore Drive
Yeah.
where the bridges. Yeah, there's people. There's
But
like
now
it's
they're
like
on the
tent city.
sides. I mean, I used to live right there. That was a street I lived on.
Yeah.
If you come out at the end of my block, there's like 7 tents set up.
Or
there.
Lower Wacker Drive. There's people. Anytime you get those like catacomb type of areas, there's people just going to live there. I mean, it's
sucks.
sad.
It's sad.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what the solution is.
Well, I think there's plenty of homeless shelters, but I think a lot of these people don't want to follow the rules for the homeless shelter, so they choose not to live there.
So
assuming they're not mentally ill.
I did hear
Assuming they're not mentally
that a lot of the homeless shelters don't let you have pets.
Yeah.
And then so people are up in arms.
Yeah.
That
You can't have
these
dr-
homeless
you
people
can't
have pets.
You can't have drugs
and
or
now-
alcohol in there either.
Yeah,
so.
and they can't.
Right.
They can't.
Well, that's the main thing.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
those people you see in the tents
Right.
hanging out there. They don't look like they're not on.
Well, now the new
methamphetamine.
now the new one is.
They definitely.
Well, now the
no,
new
that's
one
what
is.
I mean. That's
look
why
like
they're not in
they're
the
not.
shelter.
So I was on Foster near Elston, like off of 94, and there's like just teams of like I'm assuming they're like Venezuelan migrants. There's like every chair. There's like a chair on every corner, like a lawn chair, and there's a woman with I thought they were holding a doll. They're holding an infant, and they got a sign, and they're just literally all up and down like Foster Avenue, man.
Yeah.
I'm passing a lot of that stuff up, and so I see people on the side on the corners.
Yeah.
They're selling Gatorade. They're doing all that stuff.
Water
and I'm
bottles,
saying-
yeah.
And it was the funniest thing.
Half drink and half empty Gatorades.
I figured,
You
half
gotta taste
Gatorade,
it,
half pee.
You got to taste test it,
Right.
so.
But all I'm thinking is, man, all of a sudden it's getting kind of scuzzy, right? I listen. People are what they are, but you buy a house in a certain place and you live in a certain place because you want a certain thing. That's the bottom line. Reality, right? And as I'm driving to the golf course to go to work, and I'm just like, it was like, man, it's really weird, man, that people are just on the side selling, cans of Pepsi or begging for food.
Yeah, but I think these are like migrants because obviously they're distinctly not. You could just tell they're obviously not, from around these parts. So I'm thinking these are the people who might have come over from wherever they came from.
It's
But yeah,
different. There are a lot of.
But
There
this
are
is
a lot
new.
more.
This is a new crop. This is a new
Yeah,
crop
there are a
of
lot
homeless
more
people.
Yeah, there's a lot more intersections.
Or actually, they're professional beggars.
of
They're actually
people.
professional. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what their home situation. I mean, we can't assume they're homeless, but maybe they already live somewhere. But they're definitely professional beggars.
Peddlers.
Peddlers.
yeah.
I mean, there's definitely
They got the
definitely more
babies.
peddling than there has been in
and
a
I
long
don't
time.
know what the answer is.
Yeah, I don't either.
But one of the things is, and again, I don't want to sound like an asshole, right? But I've worked a long time, a lot of jobs, right? Did my thing so that I got a nice place to live. So I don't know what the answer is, but I don't necessarily need people selling Gatorade on the corner. right? Because there's gas stations and shit where I can get that.
Yeah.
Is that bad? Am I a bad person?
Yes.
Okay, there we go. That's all I need to know. All right, speaking of bad people, and this is where we're going to end it. Rupert Murdoch getting married for the 5th time.
God bless him. How old is he? 93?
93 years
And
old.
and he forgot the prenup.
How old is
There's no way.
how old-
There's
and-
no way.
How old is his lovely bride?
67.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good
Yeah.
for her.
No, I mean,
Good for them.
I mean,
Does she know he's a piece of shit? I'm sorry, I said it out loud.
well, I mean, she's got.
He's
she's-
here because they kicked him out of Australia.
They
I mean, Ronald Reagan let him into, made him a citizen of this country in like a day when they say get the fuck out of Australia.
Yeah.
They threw him out of Australia.
Well, he's the bottom line, he's a billionaire, right? So, I mean, when you're a billionaire, you can kind of do, as long as you're operating within the boundaries of the law, you can
do whatever you want.
Do whatever you want.
You own the. Listen.
Yeah.
No,
Listen,
you don't
do
even
it.
have to follow the rule of law.
Well, I mean,
if you're a
I think.
billionaire.
I think
you
there's
can, you can push the rule of law,
I
but
think
yeah.
there's proof. There's
Yeah.
proof going on right now. In November 5th, we're gonna have some of that
rigged.
proof.
It's a witch hunt.
It's rigged.
It's a witch hunt.
I can't even get involved in that. But here's the funniest thing about this: his third wife, Rupert Murdoch's third wife, introduced him to the woman that he is going to marry coming up in a couple of weeks.
Oh, I thought he married her.
Oh, did he already?
I
Yeah,
think
they
so.
just
they're
got
getting
married. Yeah.
Okay, so they got married. So here's the thing: if your third wife introduces you to your new wife, is this a setup?
Yeah, she's like, I got a guy for you.
Yeah.
I got an idea. Why don't you do what I did?
Right. It's a setup, right? I mean, if you marry somebody and divorce them, and then she introduces you to a woman you end up marrying, you're going to get hosed on this,
Last
right?
one standing gets all the money.
It's like
Oh, is
music-
that what?
it's
She's a splitter?
it's
Like, you
it's
think she's
music-
gonna-
I
it's
don't
like
know,
musical,
maybe.
like musical chairs. Maybe the third wife and the fifth wife have their own little prenup.
Right. That's
That's
exactly what I was
they
thinking.
got
How
some
old
little-
is the new wife, Ted?
67.
Oh, really?
That's what.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so he's
Is that what
93.
you said? I didn't hear
Yeah.
that.
So
Yeah.
basically, she just has to outlive him. She just has to outlast him. So figure he's 93. Let's say he lives to
Well,
be.
she's not going to get the bulk of the.
No, but you
Doesn't
know,
he have a shitload of kids and stuff?
yeah, he's got. Well, you
Well,
remember.
I know he's got 6 kids. I know he's got
Okay.
6 kids.
So you remember Anna Nicole Smith married that J. Howard Marshall guy who was an
Yeah.
oil billionaire,
Yeah.
and this guy already had adult kids like 70. I don't know what, but obviously they were howling in protest that she was kind of she was obviously an exotic dancer, and he's already like 88 years old.
So when she
she
died,
married
who got that?
I don't think she
I
got
think
a
it's-
majority of it. She
no.
got some.
Yeah, but
She
I
got-
think her kid, like when she died,
Oh, yeah,
she
had a
died of like
kid,
a
yeah.
drug overdose. Like
Yeah.
so she had a kid with a dude, and she cut him loose. But then like when she croaked, I think he was entitled to, because she died unexpectedly of like a drug overdose. I
Oh
think.
wait, she actually died ahead of him, right?
Yeah.
He died first.
No, he died first. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
then she had the.
she died
yeah,
like in
yeah.
her early 30s, but yeah, she was a druggie. So she was like in a hotel lobby. She just collapsed, and like so she already had like a daughter with this dude who she never married. So I think like he had a claim to her estate, and obviously because he had the kid with her. So yeah, so I think they got the majority of her cash. Wow. I'm assuming she got it from this guy, and maybe God knows whoever whatever messed up life.
I think she
lived
was kind of involved with some older guys.
She lived a pretty chaotic life. Let's put it to you that way. So
Yeah.
yeah. So and there's always a dude out there who's, no matter what her story is or what her background is, like here, look at that Susan Smith who drowned her 2 kids back like 20 years ago. To this day, there's still people writing her in prison, and they know exactly what she did, and they say, "Hey, you know what? You'd make a good mother." I'm like, "Yeah, I bet you would."
No one is saying that.
I swear to God,
No,
I swear.
Okay, so no one who knows anything about that is actually saying.
John
that.
Wayne Gacy was getting love letters in prison too. I think he had a following. It wasn't like the best quality of woman, but the point is he's getting women.
best quality
Obviously, but yeah, this guy's getting love letters. Ted Bundy's getting love letters in prison. Richard Ramirez is getting love letters in prison. So yeah.
Well, a lot of them got married in prison.
Yeah, get married in prison. So I mean, you can't consummate it, but the point is,
What?
No, they had conjugal visits. Some of them did.
some of them did. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, if you're in federal prison, you get to, if
It's
you
not-
get married,
it's
you
not-
get to
it's not-
bang
it's
your
not-
wife.
It's not federal prison; it's state prison. So
Well, I don't know about them, but I know that there's conjugal visits for.
Really?
Ted Bundy had a kid. Yeah, he had a kid.
I've heard of conjugal visits, but I've never actually.
When he was on death row, he got married while he was on death row and had a baby with a woman who
Oh,
Yeah.
Here, so
while he was in prison.
so Ted
Yeah.
Bundy,
Yeah.
serial killer,
Yep.
reproduced with someone dumb enough to have sex with Ted Bundy.
Yep.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Do you wonder where serial killers come from? If you ever ask yourself, where do serial killers come from?
From other serial killers.
Yeah. It's from people dumb enough to have sex with known serial killers, because that combination of DNA has to be like. I mean, that's got to be like.
Well, according to her,
Is that a hereditary thing?
I don't think.
Wait a minute.
Well, he had a daughter.
If you go around, hold on a second. If you go around murdering people, there's got to be something screwed up with you, right? So if you reproduce and you send that DNA to someone else's, I mean,
Well, I mean,
It skips a generation.
yeah, but the kid,
I
the
don't
kid he had
believe
was a
that.
daughter. He didn't have a son, and I think obviously
Ted?
due to the shame of Bundy, I think obviously she changed her name years ago, so she
so
disappeared.
she could get away with murder.
well, not these days. So
Well, wasn't there a serial killer? Didn't Charlize Theron? Didn't she?
Eileen Wuornos. Yeah, that
monster,
was one of
yeah.
the female serial killers who. Yeah, and that woman
Ted,
was.
why do you
that-
know that
Listen,
so
that
quickly?
woman was batshit crazy, and she actually got executed in Florida. But she was a nutbag. Yeah, so that woman had some
Does it
issues.
bother? It's got to bother everyone listening that you knew her name so fast.
Well,
Because I would never in
mean,
1,000 years know anything
we
about
don't
her.
need an FBI profiler on
He's
the show.
into serial killers,
I'm not into anything.
poison,
No,
poisonous animals.
wrong.
Yeah, no, Ted.
What do you mean?
These are all.
I'm not saying it in a bad way. You're
Correct.
knowledgeable about it.
I'm not saying it in a bad way. It's just that you
No, it just
weirdly
happens to
know.
know. You happen to know all the poisonous animals in order of death. You happen to know all the serial killers, and
Yeah.
you know different types of
It's
poison.
just common knowledge. It's not
not
like I'm
common
looking. I'm not
knowledge.
looking for this
It's not.
stuff.
Ted, none
No,
of those
you-
things.
It interests you. You read on it. It's
And-
not a knock. It
Yeah.
doesn't mean you're a bad person.
Yeah, honestly, at no
And
point.
you're smart, so you retain the information. You've probably read it somewhere, and you could regurgitate it.
Yeah,
I could never remember
Actually, I'd
that.
rather not know that stuff, to be quite honest with you.
Well, we've
so.
all heard about this
Yeah,
stuff,
yeah.
including you, but
Well-
you're able to talk about
Well,
it
that
because
was
you
a-
retain the information.
But there was a famous movie called Monster with Charlize Theron. I think she actually won the Academy Award for it
Yeah,
because
she
played
did.
she played such a spot on.
Yeah.
And plus, don't forget, Eileen Wuornos was one of the few rare female serial killers, because you don't see that, who's not a poisoner, because most female serial killers are poisoners. This
See,
one,
you know that.
this one actually shot her victims, so she was a hooker, not T.J. Hooker, by the
Ted,
way. So-
Ted, you do now realize that you
He just
have,
proved my point.
Yes, you literally just proved Mark's point.
He just said, no, it's not true, and then you went on this whole separate tangent.
I don't
in
honestly.
greater depth than
Yeah.
I could have even imagined.
Look, I don't want to visit Eileen Wuornos.
Thank you, Ted.
I don't want to visit Eileen Wuornos in prison. I don't want to ask her to marry me. You know,
Mark-
You
so-
say her name one more time, she comes alive.
I thought it's like bloody. If I say Bloody Mary in the mirror 3 times,
Biggie Smalls, Biggie Smalls, Biggie Smalls.
2-pack.
Ted, you literally just proved that. But it's what you have a depth of knowledge that is
That's
number
useless.
one. No, number one that is interesting and also extraordinarily terrifying.
Okay.
Yeah, in all ways.
I thought I was full of useless information, and then I met Ted.
Yeah.
And actually, it's not useless information. It makes for good conversation.
I wish I had your
So
cooking.
now-
I wish I had your cooking skills. I'd
Yeah.
like to have that information. So
All right.
Yeah.
Thank
to
you.
pick your brain later.
Yeah. Now you know what though. Every time we sit down and talk about this stuff, I always think that like if Teddy and I are having a beer and I go to the bathroom, I'm always like, what's going in my beer?
Did you see what he just did? He dropped a Jeffrey Dahmer line on me. I'm
What?
gonna pick your brain later.
Oh God.
With a fork.
That's one of his lines.
Oh my God.
Let's get
love-
together. I'd like
love
to
ha-
pick your
I'd
brain.
love to have you over for dinner.
With a fine Chianti. Oh man, you guys are so wrong. All right, let's put this thing to bed because honestly, I need beer.
You've been drinking beer.
Yeah, but I need more beer.
In a different environment.
Yeah, yeah.
In a professional environment.
Right. I need someone to give me the beer rather than
you
give
need to
myself
have
the
it
beer.
professionally served. It just tastes
Yeah.
better that way.
Yeah. You know what? I really believe that sometimes I need someone to give me a beer. That I'm
Yeah,
willing to
because-
pay a few dollars
Yeah.
extra just to have someone hand me that beer.
Sure.
Yeah, and then come by constantly. Like, would you like another one? I'm like, no. And I go, yeah, of course I would.
Do you know
Yes.
why, Ted? Yeah, because those antics don't work by himself. The show that he puts on
It's hard to enable
For me?
is not.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a one man show.
it's
It
hard to-
just doesn't work.
it's
He's
hard-
got to go out and.
It's hard
share
to
it.
it's hard to enable yourself. You need to have someone
Right.
enable you.
No. I think Mark's right. I need an audience at some point.
Yeah.
At some point,
Not
like,
at some point. At every point.
yeah. I do stupid shit like just for the sake of doing stupid shit.
Yeah.
Just
And you
just
don't
to
even
see
realize
the
you
reaction.
do it.
No, I do.
No,
I do.
you don't.
No. Listen,
You've gotten so.
if I'm doing it, I want the reaction from that person. I want to say something so
no,
stupid.
that's not true.
You're absolutely wrong.
Okay.
You're not living in here, my friend.
I've been with you when you've said things that you definitely didn't want that person to hear.
This isn't getting as
Because
Yeah,
and I look at you and go, I'm like, really?
Mark is like, You know, she heard what you just said. I'm like, what? Oh, I didn't even know anybody was there. You're right. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're absolutely right. Yeah, sometimes it does get.
And who's next to you? The guy that gets slapped, me.
You've never.
No, but I mean, I'm just saying. I mean,
Well, you're collateral damage because you're there.
it drives me fucking
Yeah.
That would be
crazy.
You know what? No, I would.
How does she or he or them know who said what? If you and I are standing next to her, one of us said it.
You look like the guy who.
And
would
what
say
am I
it.
supposed to say?
No, you
I'm
do.
not the type of guy that throws my friends under the bus. But that,
You're not.
no. Like, I'm not going to say,
Mark, every time I talk, we will walk down a hall, and I'll say something like that, and Mark just literally has his finger already pointed at me. We walk, and his arm is just raised and just pointing at me.
oh, that's my booger picking finger.
All right, we got to put this thing to bed. Teddy, last thoughts.
I enjoyed hearing about Yale, Michigan, because I actually didn't know that town existed until I just heard, until you did some research on it. So that's pretty cool. And yeah, I got a craving for bologna now, so I might have to order something from the C. Roy bologna, the C. Roy factory.
Well, we can do, you know what? We can do a little ordering and
pull it together. Yeah.
and make it, and we can eat some on
I like that.
eat some on the show.
Ooh, I like
I'm
that.
fine with that.
Yep.
I'm fine. Mark, last thoughts.
Yeah, it's funny because we originally thought that this was happening at Yale University.
In Connecticut, no.
Remember?
No, we did not.
Yeah, we did.
No, we did not.
I think the first time you said that, we're like, wait a minute, Yale's having a bologna fest? And you're like, yeah.
Yeah,
But you weren't.
I might have been messing
And
with
now-
you.
Yeah.
I think I'd rather be in Yale, Michigan than actually Yale University because,
Yeah.
right about now.
Yeah,
no,
Michigan
for
sounds
sure.
like it'd be a lot more
Seems
fun.
like it's a lot more fun over
At
there.
the end
than,
of July.
Oh, yeah.
But now I was going to say that it's on the way to a lot of summer vacations. You know that, Yale.
Oh,
Kind of
yeah.
like if there's stuff to do, like if you're going to Buffalo, New York, or if you're going to Niagara Falls, or going to Detroit, or going in that area, it's like a stone's throw. I mean, it's 45 minutes, I think, north of
Detroit.
Detroit?
Yeah, I didn't realize it was that close to Detroit. It's just north of Detroit.
yeah, and it's just like 30 minutes from like the whole mid-state of Michigan.
Yeah,
so
'cause
there's
it's-
all sorts of shit
Yeah,
going
it's not
on there.
UP because UP is way far. I mean,
No,
it's
this
just
is
like
way
it's like in
west
a
of-
finger. Yeah, it's just right above Detroit. So it's
Yeah,
not that
That
bad.
finger UP again.
Yeah.
Huh?
And you know what? I honestly, I got to say this. If you're taking any kind of road trip over the summer, you have to research things that are going on around there, like tourist things. Like if you get a chance, if you're up in Minnesota and you're driving there and you get a chance to see the world's biggest ball of twine, you have to go to that.
That's
don't
not
you?
in Minnesota.
Yeah, it was in Minnesota. I'm 100% sure it was in Minnesota.
No, I thought it was in.
100% sure. I guarantee it is. If you're in Wisconsin and you're driving around, you have to stop at the Mustard Museum.
Yeah,
right?
for sure. Yeah.
That's another thing too. That Mustard Fest outside of Madison. It's just outside of Madison.
Yeah.
That town.
I mean, you have to find these fests. You have to find these things, these little things. You have to stop at these things because you are going to meet. I guarantee you, you're going to see the coolest stuff, but you're going to meet the coolest people that have some kind of fun story. I mean, could you imagine going to Yale? You're driving through there, and all of a sudden you see this thing. You pull in, and you're hanging out with people. They're having outhouse races, right? They got some guy is walking up on stage as proud as he can be with his chest out because he's just been named, and this is me, the king, the Baloney King.
That twine is in Kansas.
That's what I said, Kansas.
He said Minnesota.
Kansas, Minnesota.
Right.
Duh, come on.
Yeah. No, he was in Kansas.
Yeah, I
Okay.
knew that. I'm like, wait a minute.
but
'cause
I
I
was-
was the one that guessed that. Remember, we had that on the show. She was a mystery guest.
Yes. Oh,
It was
yeah.
a mystery guest thing, and I
Well, it wasn't a mystery after you guessed.
remember Matt
Mark?
used to
Yeah.
do that for us.
Oh,
yeah.
Mr. Oh, you know what? We
Mystery.
could do that some more.
And
we could do
that
mystery
was
guest.
actually fun. We
I
had
don't-
the guy with the gum.
You know what?
Oh, they're from Seattle.
You know
yeah.
what?
Yeah.
I don't like surprises. I just want to know who they
It's
are.
because you're a shitty guesser. You're a shitty guesser at everything.
Exactly,
You
yeah.
guess, you guess the same thing.
Just tell me.
Some sort of poison. Serial killer.
Just tell me.
That was fun.
Okay. All right. Well, you know what?
That's why he nixed it.
No, I will. Here's what I'm going to do.
Well, you and I liked it, Ted. And
I am
that's
going to
it.
find a guest. I'm going to find a guest. I'm not going to tell you guys shit.
Well, you're not supposed to.
Well, don't you? You wanted to know that we had of what the guest was for today. But yeah, I'm
No,
gonna-
the mystery guest.
Oh, yeah.
We don't want to know.
yeah, I'm going to find a mystery guest, and you guys are going to have to guess, and you're going to do a terrible job.
We need to have Bigfoot lady back on.
We have to go visit her first. We have to go visit her, live through it, and then if we live through it, then we'll have her back on.
I don't like the if variable.
Because she
so.
could be the world's second female serial
If
killer.
we go there, we have to stay at her house at the museum.
Oh, I'm sure there's a basement or a hole in the ground
And then
or
the next,
somewhere.
and the next headline: 3 amateur podcasters,
Killed by Bigfoot.
No,
Three idiots.
Three mildly unsuccessful amateur podcasters vanished without a trace. Families are left with more questions
Ted,
than
we're
answers.
not mildly unsuccessful.
said
We're
mild-
wildly unsuccessful.
I never heard that attached to unsuccessful. It's usually mildly successful.
mildly.
Unsuccessful.
Then they show our stupid faces. Has anybody seen these 3 amateur? They're going to actually call us like vloggers instead of like podcasters. Like these are vloggers, or and
we're not a vlog.
They were last seen, but we're so unimportant where they'd misidentify us. So they were last seen somewhere
Looking for Bigfoot.
in Kansas. Yeah, and they interviewed the Bigfoot lady. Have you seen these gentlemen? No, they just passed through. They never, we never. And
They were
said
going
goodbye.
to some ball
They were-
of yarn or
yeah.
twine or something.
They said they were going to come back in a couple hours, and we never saw them again.
I'm still going with the world's biggest thing is in Minnesota.
The twine? It's in Kansas.
Are you sure?
100%. I go to
Wait,
no.
the yarn and the twine. Wait, wasn't there a gum thing? Oh, you put
That
the
was
wood
Seattle.
Gum. Okay, all right, never mind.
We just how you doing? All right. So listen, we loved having on Cheryl from the Balogna Fest.
Yeah, and she was not full of baloney.
She was
Ted's
not
full of
full of baloney. Yeah.
That's the next bit, right?
Ted's full of baloney.
Yeah.
No, I want people. I want like I said, I want people to send that in and see what Teddy what lie Teddy can come up with. I need a lie.
Yes.
That's what. In fact, that's it. If you send me an email
I
you
need
send
a
me
lie.
something, you send me something on social media. Start it with, I need a lie.
I need an alibi. I need a lie. I need something.
I need a lie.
Yeah.
If you send it as I need a lie, I will look at
Help,
it.
I need a lie.
Yeah.
We're going to bump it to the top of the queue.
Yeah.
Help
Yep.
me, Ted.
Help
You're my only hope.
Yeah. Help me, Obi-Wan
I'm
Kenobi.
sorry.
Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. I need to lie to Darth Vader. Yeah, that's what I really, really need. All right. Listen, enjoy. Keep listening, and we will see everybody next week.